up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, so there for me
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Now let me see you what? Drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow then. Now lean
splash like Pippin. Shit, that's nothing. Splash. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
Hey man, just wanna let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up.
I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up. I remember when I lost my mind.
Country Air. Good to see you, everybody. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind, coming to you to help you navigate through this dystopic and gaslighted landscape we seem to find ourselves in. A lot of people don't know they're in it, but you do. You know why? Because you're here. If you didn't know that, you wouldn't be here. I got my good friend Cubby who's back here, and I got D-Man back here. How's your back tonight there, D-Man?
What's happening? It's kind of okay. I took tomorrow off.
Get you a handful of them Dones pills. Get them in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got issues. I can't. I gotta be careful. Dones.
I know. Don't we all?
Yeah.
Remember those? Do they still make them?
Probably. I don't know.
I remember those when I was a kid. They had Dones back pills for the old
Yeah,
people
yeah.
to eat.
Do you remember Goodies?
Yeah, the powder. You talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, the
aspirin?
Goodies.
Yeah, yeah. Shit, they got that
Man.
still around here. There's people around here still use that shit.
Probably the same bottle.
No, it's in a little envelope. It's it's just powder.
Goodies powder.
Yeah, it's aspirin basically. It's to help a headache and shit. And there's people
Goodies,
use
but it's
that
got caffeine in it so that it gets in your system real quick. So if
Yeah.
yeah, those things always work. The problem is that like you get a little loopy on them. When I used to go
Yeah,
down
you're
south, I used to Goodies, always Goodies.
My headache's gone, but I got this massive boner. I don't know what to do with it.
They don't sell them up here. That's not a thing you can buy up here.
No,
It's a south thing.
I don't know. They got it. It's right up here at the corner store where I get my cigarettes at. They got that
Where?
little
I mean,
rack
I'm not asking exact location, but are you on the border of the South, or are you officially in the South, like the northern part of the South?
I'm officially in the South. I'm south of the Mason-Dixon line, and I'm
All right.
oh shit, what 25, maybe 25 miles from the West Virginia border. See, that's why I say now that song by that John Denver song about the West Virginia, that's wrong. Because they talking about the Blue Ridge Mountains. Well, that Blue Ridge Mountains is right out to the they over here to the east of me.
Yeah.
I know I ain't in West Virginia, so they ain't in West Virginia nowhere. And the Shenandoah River, there's only one little part of the Shenandoah River that even hits West Virginia, and that's where it goes into the river at Harper's Ferry. So I don't know what he's talking about. So I think the original song was Western Virginia.
Yeah. Me and Cubby, we're just northerners. Sorry, man.
Yep. Bunch of Yankees.
Well, you know what a Yankee is? The definition of a Yankee, it's like a quickie, but you do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like on Family Guy when he had the like robe with the fake arms on it, the Yankum.
You a Yankees fan, Richard?
New York City. Remember the salsa commercial?
Yeah.
This one's made in New York City. New York City. They all lose their fucking mind.
That was that
shit.
Paul. Oh man, I can't remember the name. Paul. Would you please pass me the jelly?
Oh God, yeah.
Pauline or
God damn it.
something, or
Well,
Alina or something. I forget what it was called.
I do too. And then they got, remember the old guys passing the fucking mustard in between cars?
Grey
Pardon me.
Poupon.
Do you have any
Pardon
Grey
me.
Poupon?
Grey Poupon.
Oh, Jesus. We're really dating ourselves with those. And those seem like recent commercials to me.
I know.
You bring those up to somebody about 20 years old or so, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, oh, God, just get off my world, man.
You
Just
damn
go
kids
away.
with your motley crew.
All you got now is
damn
boner
kids
pill
with
ads.
Your 8-track rock and roll music. Get out of here. Can't
What's up,
take it.
everybody?
We
There's a lot
can't.
of people in chat.
I know there really is. We got 72 on the YouTube side right now. What do we got? We got Tavin. I'm trying to read that. Tavin. I got to get my glasses updated. Tavin Milam, and that's a new one. We got 1965 Gen X Tomcat here. We got Lizzo I. We got Nikki Duncan, GT 1982 Mustang. We don't know. Maybe Cubby's little gal Noelle might show up here tonight too.
This made me spit on my computer board.
I've been getting trying to get her over to that candy factory. You know, you
We
thought I
don't
was bullshitting
discriminate.
about that. I didn't. I asked her. I says, "Do you know how to pole dance?" And she goes, "No." I said, "Are you willing to learn?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my God, poor little gal. She's all right.
Erin's
though.
here.
She's,
That's it. She's making her appearance. She's here.
is she here?
She's here.
All right. What do we got? We got
Looking for work.
Tommy Rogers, Wisecracker, Mr. Super Sidewinder. We got all these people, man.
Nikki
A lot
Duncan.
of new people. Greeny Pages. Let's see, who's that? Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah. And we got Horace Sheet, TJ Hoff. Let's see who else. The Akinators with us too. Yeah, let's see. Axis Monday. Good to see you as well. A lot of new names in here. It's good to see. That's good to see. We like to make sure that this message is getting out. Make sure you got your subscribe to that backup channel, because you never know, man. One day I could wake up and this whole fucking thing's been nuked. So got that backup channel though. And we also always have the Rumble channel too. So make sure you're subscribed. Hit the bell notification button on that thing too, because if YouTube feels like it, they might send you a fucking notification about my show going live,
Yeah, they're like, hell with that.
Yeah,
Or in
shit
case
on
you have
that
to
guy.
run again, like you did last time when we were messaging through the other channels when you were on the run, eating things that'll make a Billy go puke.
Oh yeah, it was me. Trying to hide from the sheriff because of
That was fucking great.
Because of peg leg.
I can't believe that fucking retard went through the trouble to look up this county's sheriff's department. Call it
I'll
from
get him.
Scotland and then lay that down. Now you got to imagine, man. He's used to, somebody looked at me funny, they'll go arrest him over there. They got some crazy shit going on over here.
Yeah.
Over here where I'm at, and somebody does some shit like that, they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with that, Twinkle Toes, man? Come on, God.
They probably
They
laughed their ass off. Where are you?
They did. After that whole thing, of course, they gotta take, like, they're taken seriously and everything else like that. But from what I understand, after they got off the phone from that thing, they just busted out fucking laughing. It's like, you think you're the first motherfucker that complain about me about this?
Yeah.
God damn. You did it all the way from goddamn England or whatever.
Yeah, and of all the places to call up in America, you're gonna call up some little town.
Right, smack dab, and where's your sheriff's department located? It's right over there by you. Sure got a pretty mouth street, and
over there, over yonder.
Over yonder. That's another thing too. The Shenandoah River is one of only 2 rivers that flow from the south to the north. And it's some of the colloquialisms that people have said, they going down to DC. That's north, but it's downstream. It's downriver. You see that? And it comes from back a long time ago. Seeing, going down to DC, not going up to DC. It took me for a long time. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, it makes sense now. Okay, I get it. You know, real interesting shit. But I was over at Lisa Tattersall's house today. Is she in here? Have we seen her yet? I haven't seen her yet.
I haven't
She was here
noticed.
and one of her friends. Huh?
I haven't noticed her yet in the chat, but maybe she'll pop in here in a second. Unless I missed her.
She might, but she might have started time tripping. It took her a little
Space trucking
of some of that chocolate with the mushrooms in it over to her. So you know what I'll do is I'll
don't overdo it.
Yeah, right. Well, I said
don't overdo it.
Well,
you're gonna start slowing down.
These are my magic pills. What?
I've got one of the highest tolerance rates, man. Don't ask me how much it's going to take you. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me how much it's going to take. Let me paste that. There we go. Let me see. Am I running through the right thing here?
What's that, a fish tank behind you?
Is my audio okay? Is my audio sound all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the mic on?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I need to turn it up a little bit. Do that. Let's see what happens.
There you go.
A little
Beautiful.
better?
Beautiful.
Okay. Well, my big old fat thumbs wickering around on this microphone probably moved that volume knob on there.
Yeah, I took tomorrow off. So I got the day off. Stay off it. I'm gonna work Friday though.
I think my wife's working from home tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think I saw something about where she she went out to eat with some friends who were in town, some friends of hers, and she said, "Well, we're going to be meeting up at Rancho in Luray. It's a Mexican restaurant, and they used to be really good. I mean, the food's still all right, but their service just sucks. It sucks so bad, and plus they're like normie people that she was meeting up with, and she's like, "You're welcome to come too if you want to," and I was like, no, I just don't want to have to deal with fucking normie chit chat, man. You know, no offense or anything, but I just can't fucking do it anymore. I just can't do it. I just can't. So just, say I couldn't make it for whatever reason and bring me home a California burrito.
Gonna need it later.
Goddamn right. That son of a bitch was like this big, man. I finished that thing just a little while ago. Good God, those are good. Those are fucking good. It was salsa all over. I had some of that Lisa's salsa that she makes, that corn salsa. Remember I showed you in the pots that she was making?
Yeah. Did you have a link for that? Did you have a link for her? I meant to ask you last time.
Facebook. I know she's on a Facebook thing. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I meant to ask you last time, and I kind of forgot. I got sidetracked.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna put this in here. Let me bring it up real quick. Let's see. I want to go view profile.
Is that a fish tank behind you, or is it lit like that cabinet?
No, it's the light from here is reflecting off the frosted glass on the front of it.
That looks cool.
It's just a book. It's a bookshelf. I got two of them just like that. I got another one right here, and I got it cleaned in here, man. I've got all my little bullshit is like spread from hell to breakfast everywhere that you can imagine.
Sobs Emporium.
Yeah.
Old timey store.
Well, I'll put her Facebook in here.
All right.
And let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll throw in the back for you.
There we go. No.
Might grab me some of that salsa.
Hey, wait a second. Is that? Well, that didn't work, did it?
Is that Facebook? Oh, okay. Facebook.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hang on 1 second. Let me see if that...
Just kidding.
All it lets me put is Facebook.
Facebook.
Perfect.
I'm serious. So go into Facebook and just look for. Hang on.
You can't grab the URL.
That's what I was doing.
Oh.
Oh, you know what? They probably want me to do it through their stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah, like share or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, the share function.
Well, fuck. All right. Well, I'll just put her what her whole name is in there for you.
Yeah.
For the
I'll look it up.
thing, and then you just go to Facebook.com.
Yeah, I'll give it a look here. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot tomorrow. And I didn't want to get run around, so I was like, hell with that. I'll just take the week off. I told my boss he wouldn't see me next week. And he was like, oh, whatever, man. Hang home. He's like, hang home if your back's bothering you, hang home for a week. He's like, you haven't missed much. And I said, yeah. I said, I only missed 3 times since fall last year. I worked through the whole winter. It's the first time I've done that in a long time. So I'm surprised I went this far without having issues. So I did pretty well.
Good.
I took a vacation day. I took a vacation week when I went upstate. And that was, I missed twice. I missed once.
I'm supposed to start doing some stuff at that deck we did before the last. We're going back to that house and doing some crown molding, I guess.
Very nice.
So that ought to be tedious. That's
a lot of little stuff.
That crown molding you got to be right on with that shit, man.
Otherwise you got that gap in it and stuff.
Yeah. You don't want to use any more caulk than you absolutely have to.
Yeah. So that means everything's got to be tight.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Coping.
We were sending out the S signal on the last show. We were joking around saying we had 2 Englishmen who had different accents, and I said, if we bring Snowman on here, I'm going to have an aneurysm.
Oh no shit. Well, he didn't get the bat signal till today because of the conversion to metric.
Okay. Fires.
Yeah, there was a lot of smoke.
Lots and lots of smoke. What we're gonna get into, we only got like about a half hour-ish left of the documentary we were watching last night. And it starts off right with a thing that says, when the Mason learns that the key to the warrior on the block is the proper application of the dynamo of living power, he has learned the mystery of his craft.
It's in the regular chat there, D-Man.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep, just before you pop up, like, I understand about
the share ad on that.
The button, hang on, let me look again. It is, if you go up, I click on one of the posts, and then there's the 3 dots, and then the share button will pop up.
Oh, okay. You got to go down to one of the posts.
Yeah. Or you can just copy the URL I put in the regular chat there, and it'll probably.
Yeah, I tried it. I tried copying it right out of the address bar up here, and then all it would put on Facebook. Probably some fucking
like that.
Some kind of a piss willy fucking security feature or something,
Yeah, pretending like they got some kind of security for you.
Like they give a shit in the first place.
Yeah.
That's what gets you. We're here to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to help you. Look at me. I'm one of you. Vote for me. Let me have the reins of fucking power. It's
vote for me and I'll set you free.
Who's that I put on Facebook? This was pretty good. I got a lot of traction on it too. It said, God damn, I wish this thing would load faster.
Getting an echo again.
Really?
Yep.
What the fuck?
It's got to be some kind of StreamYard setting.
I'm about to shit can StreamYard and just use Rumble Studio.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to check into it and see how that is. Let me see here. If I go,
it wasn't doing it. I mean, it wasn't doing it when we started.
It just happened a little bit ago.
Snowman showed up. Let me see. I got echo cancellation on.
Oh.
It's only certain. Like, I don't have an echo for whatever reason.
Snowman was echoing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I up against now?
No, you're okay. No, it's
just me.
I'm still echoing.
No, it's just Demon.
Well, how's this? Mute your mics off, and we'll see if the echo goes away.
It does, though.
Oh, 1, 2. Oh,
Yeah. It does. It must be looping somehow.
Yeah, it's
I
looping
don't
somewhere.
know what it is, but
Or his mic is picking up the speaker.
It
could
might
be.
Turn that fucking thing sideways. I can still hear it, but the mic won't.
Oh,
Yeah.
am I overly loud or
No.
weird?
Where did I put that goddamn thing?
It's okay. I'll go away now.
I'll go back out and go back in, but this was beautiful. I like this. Let me bring this up real quick. It says you hate the government because you want a different ruler. I hate all government because I own myself and no one has the right to rule me. We are not the same. Because I hear all these people, vote blue, vote blue, vote blue. Oh God, vote blue.
It puts a lot on the person that says that statement, though. Like, you have to really believe that you're righteous, right? Like, like I think people like that's just a fancy English word, right? It has zero meaning except for what we attribute to it. But I like the word righteous, or like I don't like the word justice or anything like that, but I definitely like the word righteous. There's a lot of words I like to remove. Respect, honor.
What about anti-disestablishmentarianism?
You know what my favorite word is? Is anti-Semitic. That's my favorite fucking word. Oh, it's supposed to be antiseptic. I don't know which one is which. Look, Storm got canceled just like that.
That's it. Show's over.
Yeah. Mic drop.
No, he's just gonna reboot. He's doing it last night too, so we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, you're not echoing anymore.
Yeah, because it's something in his settings or something.
I don't know. Did that fix it?
Oh, 1, 2,
Talk
3.
some more.
Nope, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, cool.
1, 2.
For now.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm getting.
It's weird. I don't know.
What I wanted, so now I got it. Anyways.
Yeah. No, it's snowman.
Fuck you guys.
So
okay,
weird.
I'll say it quick. It's the willpower thing.
I'm gonna look at some things. I'll be
Can't
back.
handle it.
What?
Mic check.
Yeah, I hear you. What are you talking about?
That people with the willpower, like from the church, goes one direction. And then the Muslim church is thinking in one direction. And I can't do it with the echo, but it's just power of thought, right? Anyways, I'll dip out. I'll leave you guys to it.
All right.
Good seeing you,
I
man.
have no idea what he was talking about.
The echo was messing with him. That's why.
So he's got an echo.
Yeah, no. Now he's echoing through you.
God damn.
It went from me to him.
The
So it's
fuck
something
is
to do with StreamYard, I think. I think StreamYard's having issues. Sandy was having all kinds of problems with it last week, where every time somebody left the room or typed in chat, she would lose all audio, and she'd have to leave and come back. It was a blank show.
Huh. Let me see something here. I need to. Did it wrong. Fuck. Here we go.
Do you have a mix minus option in your mixer? In your audio mixer?
What, on StreamYard?
Yeah. If you're using the audio mixer, maybe introducing an internal echo into the stream, check to make sure mix minus is enabled in your mixer's output channel.
I put automatically adjust mic volume. Did that fix it?
Mm-hmm. So far, so good.
Okay.
I can hear it.
I don't know what to do about it, man.
Point your mic towards you for a second. Like the mic part of it.
This part right here?
Yeah.
That fix it?
1, 2.
No. All right.
That's okay. I'll sit and listen.
I don't know.
fucking StreamYard. They can't have nothing. You always got these little goddamn demons out there fucking with shit too. You know?
Yeah, I know.
They can't because they're butthurt about something, you know?
They've been changing a bunch of stuff on StreamYard. It's been screwing up everything because they're trying to fix the problems with people on phones and tablets, and it's breaking other things by them fixing it for other shit. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop out for a second and see if Demon Man works with just you two.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing. Let's get this rolling so we can get past it. Let's see where we're at here.
When the Mason learns that the key to the warrior on the block is the proper application of the dynamo of living power, he has learned the mystery of his craft. The seething energies of Lucifer are in his hands, and before he may step onward and upward, he must prove his ability to properly apply energy.
Applying the seething energies of Lucifer is indeed what they had in mind as they built the city of DC as a massive Masonic ritual site, illuminated in the seasonal light of the Isis-Osiris star Sirius, and filled with demonically charged architecture, idols, and magic street layouts, ultimately setting the table for the coming main event ritual, the raising of the final Osiris to rule the unified world kingdom. The goal of a unified world kingdom isn't anything new. And as a matter of fact, Bible prophecy foretold a specific order of kingdoms that would come leading up to the final kingdom of Antichrist. And as Solomon said, there is nothing new under the sun.
You have to go back to Daniel's prophecy of the four kingdoms. There was Babylon, the Medes and Persians, Greece, and Rome. 4 world kingdoms prophesied. All of these played out exactly as it was foretold and was being fulfilled as Rome, the 4th kingdom on the list, was dominating the world while John was on Patmos. The Lord gave him the word to connect and pick up where Daniel left off. In Revelation 17:10, it says, "There are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he comes, he must continue a short space." Each of the 7 kings have a kingdom associated with them.
Daniel gives us 4 kingdoms. The 2 prior world kingdoms that took place before the time of his prophecy were Egypt and Assyria, which makes Rome the 6th kingdom of the 7 mentioned in Revelation 17. This kingdom was currently in power when the revelation was given to John. Rome was a political, religious superpower of that day. Rome had the spirit of Antichrist, which is also known as the spirit of Babylon. You see, they were persecuting the people of God and leading the culture into spiritual fornication through idolatry. Peter confirms this idea in his epistles when he writes them from the church at Babylon, while actually being in Rome. This was a replay of the past Babylonian system while foreshadowing the final system to come, all maintaining that great horse spirit of Babylon.
Now the king that is yet to come is the one that will rule the prophesied 7th and final kingdom. This king will die by the sword according to Revelation 13. Simply put, this king will be assassinated and his death will be mourned worldwide. We're talking about a world political leader who has amassed unprecedented works in globalization and peace. One who has labored in bringing about change and breaking down the walls of political and religious division. So yes, when he is assassinated, the world will mourn his death. But then, in a miraculous resurrection back to life, he will be reanimated by the entity that ascends out of the bottomless pit. Revelation 17:8 explains this as the beast that was and is not and yet is. So he was alive, then dead, then alive again. It's through this supernatural resurrection, when the entity from the bottomless pit possesses this 7th king's dead body, that he becomes the 8th and final king, known as the Antichrist. This kingdom of the Antichrist is being built and revived today, with the majority of its policies in force being legislated and framed in our very own Washington, D.C.
How many people know that a tomb for the resurrection of Antichrist has already been prepared for his raising, and it lies beneath the U.S. Capitol dome? The United States Capitol crypt, it's a large circular room filled with 40 neoclassical Doric columns directly beneath the United States Capitol rotunda. As all mystic rabbis and Freemasons understand, the number 40 has great significance throughout the Torah, the Talmud, the mystery schools, because the number 40 represents transition or change, the concept of renewal, a new beginning. Rabbis say the number 40 has the power to lift the world into a new spiritual state. So consider how Noah's flood represented the end of one age and the birth of a new one, and it lasted for 40 days. Moses was on Mount Sinai for 40 days and came down with the stone tablets that set the rules for a new order. But according to Mackey's authoritative encyclopedia Freemasonry, 40 is the number of days of mourning in Assyria, Phoenicia, and Egypt to commemorate the death and the burial of their sun god, as well as the period in the festivals of the resurrection of Osiris. So consider that the U.S. Capitol crypt was built originally to offer a secret entrance to a coffer that they call Washington's tomb, that's stationed next to a repository of 13 statues of the National Statuary Hall collection. Of course, the number 13 is not coincidental. It's sacred to Freemasons as the number of Osiris and his future resurrection. Revelation 13:3 describes the head of the beast being wounded unto death. Then the whole world marvels when the beast is healed and rises from the dead. In this mockery of the death and resurrection of Christ, I suggest that the most fitting place on earth for the Antichrist body to lie in state will be in the tomb of Washington beneath the floor of the Capitol dome. Why? Because the rotunda of the dome is where deceased presidents, celebrated commanding officers, even celebrated private citizens, like recently the Reverend Billy Graham, lay in state beneath the magic 72 pentagrams and the apotheosis of George Washington, America's first Osiris, to be translated into the kingdom of Osiris. But until now, nobody has laid directly beneath the rotunda in the Capitol crypt that was, according to authoritative Freemasons, prepared for America's Osiris. There is therefore no other more appropriate place for a United States president or a celebrated global leader to be placed for viewing. It was prepared and has been in waiting specifically for the magic ceremony that will give rise to the beast of Revelation. On his death, Antichrist will be placed in this magic coffer designed by Freemasons, and the 33rd degree Scottish Rite members will come there to perform the raising ceremony. Through Masonic alchemy, presidential apotheosis, that is, the leader of the United States, America's Pharaoh, being transformed into a god within the Capitol dome or the womb of Isis in sight of the obelisk of Osiris, or the Washington Monument to those who Masons call profane, the uninitiated, actually began with America's first and most revered president, Master Freemason George Washington. In fact, Masons in attendance at Washington's funeral in 1799 cast sprigs of acacia or evergreen to symbolize both Osiris's resurrection and Washington's imminent resurrection in the realm where Osiris presides. Now, according to this Masonic enchantment, Osiris, Horus, was rising within a new president in DC as Washington took his role as Osiris of the underworld. Now, that's further assimilated and symbolized by the three-story design of the Capitol building. Freemasons point out how the Great Pyramid of Giza was made up of three main chambers to facilitate Pharaoh's transference to Osiris, just as the Temple of Solomon was a three-sectioned tabernacle made up of the ground floor, the middle chamber, and the Holy of Holies. The U.S. Capitol building is therefore designed with three stories: Washington's tomb, the crypt, and the rotunda, capped by a dome. Each floor has significant esoteric meaning regarding apotheosis, and the so-called tomb of Washington is empty, has been since construction. So we have to ask ourselves, why didn't they just clear this area out and use it if Washington was its intended corpse, but refused to use the facility? The official narrative is that a legal issue kept the government from placing Washington's body there. However, just as the tomb of Jesus Christ was emptied before his ascension, Washington is not in his tomb because he was never meant to be. He was the forerunner, the John the Baptist sent to prepare the way for a Messiah, while he himself traveled to the home of Osiris, as depicted high overhead in the dome, in the womb of Isis, in the apotheosis of George Washington.
When you visit Washington, D.C., and you tour the Capitol building, the religion and the beliefs of the founders and proliferators of this great nation are clearly depicted in the apotheosis of George Washington. As you look up into the underbelly of the Capitol dome, seeing the heaven that George Washington is entering into, there are absolutely no Christian symbols depicted whatsoever. Jesus isn't there. Michael isn't there. There are no scriptures there, but rather you see Washington surrounded by demonic gods and goddesses of the ancient world, including Vulcan, of course, who Manly P. Hall says is the god that fills the Freemasons' hands with the seething powers of Lucifer. This is the heaven that George Washington is rising up into, inside the dome of the U.S. Capitol building. This is the heaven that the prominent founders believed in.
Interestingly, the term apotheosis of George Washington literally means the deification or glorification of George Washington. He has been deified into the heavens of the old gods, the gods worshipped by our nation's founders and forerunners, the very gods indeed of the ancients who prophesied of this Western continent being the future philosophic empire of the world.
In the context of the Capitol Dome and the 72 stars that circle Washington's apotheosis in the womb of Isis, the significance of that symbolism is very, very important, because in sacred literature, including the Bible, stars are symbolic of angels. And within Masonic Gnosticism, 72 is the number of the fallen angels, or cosmocrators, reflected in the 72 conspirators that controlled Osiris's life in Egyptian myth. These are the same entities that currently administer the affairs of earth, according to experts in the study of the divine council, that believe that, beginning at the Tower of Babel, the world and its inhabitants were disinherited by the sovereign God of Israel and placed under the authority of 72 angels, which became corrupt and disloyal to God. But these beings quickly became worshipped on earth as gods following Babel, and they were led by Osiris, Apollo. So, consistent within the traditions, the designers of the Capitol Dome, the Great Seal of the United States, and the obelisk Washington Monument circled the apotheosis of Washington with 72 pentagrams, dedicated the obelisk 72 years after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and placed 72 stones on the Great Seal's uncapped pyramid, above which the Eye of Horus, Osiris, Apollo stares. Those three sets of 72, combined with the imagery and occult numerology of the Osiris obelisk, the Isis dome, and the oracular Great Seal, are richly symbolic of the influence of Satan and his angels over the world, with a prophecy toward Satan's final earthly empire, the coming Novus Ordo Seclorum, or the new golden pagan age.
Can't wait for that.
Now, in order for the inevitable worship of Osiris to be reestablished on earth, the 72 demons that govern the nations have to be controlled, and therefore they're set in magical constraints on the Great Seal, the Washington obelisk, and the pentagram circles around the apotheosis of Washington, in order to bind and force the desired effect according to the esoteric beliefs of the Freemasons and other occultists. In The Secret Destiny of America, Manly P. Hall noted as well that the 72 stones of the pyramid on the Great Seal correspond to the 72 arrangements of the Tetragrammaton, or the four-lettered name of God in Hebrew. Those four letters can be combined in 72 combinations that result in what is called the Shimhamporish, which represents in turn the laws, the powers, the energies of nature, according to the Masonic occultists. So the idea that the mystical name of God could be invoked to bind or loose these supernatural agents, or the powers and energies of nature, as Hall called them, is a very meaningful creed inside many occult tenets, including Kabbalah and Freemasonry. And that is why the 72 stars are pentagram shaped around the deified Freemason George Washington. Medieval books of magic, or grimoires, such as the Key of Solomon and the Lesser Key of Solomon, not only identify the star systems Orion, which is Osiris, and Pleiades, which is Apollo, as the home of these powers, but apply great importance to the pentagram shape of the stars for binding and loosing their influence.
So the city of DC has been intentionally designed for occult rituals from the ground up, and it was strategically built with elements already in place for the resurrection ritual of the coming Osiris, the final world pharaoh. The unused crypt of George Washington, demonically charged with symbols and magic, seems to be waiting for the dead body of the Antichrist to be placed, while the entity from the bottomless pit will be conjured up by the Freemasons to take possession of this king, right in the midst of the U.S. Capitol dome, the womb of Isis. The table has been set for some time now, awaiting the final fulfillment of the ancient esoteric prophecies, as well as the biblical prophecies of the coming philosophic empire and its supernatural world king. It isn't by chance that the United States is heralding world peace and globalization, posing as the world superpower, forcing the spreading of democracy, the very political vision of the ancient mystic philosophers. There truly isn't a more fitting location or nation for this empire to be, and for the world king to rise from. So could it be that Washington, D.C. is the great whore of Babylon who sits on many waters? Revelation 17 says the whore is a city, and the many waters that she sits on are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So I challenge you to show me one nation on earth that is made up of such multitudes of people, nations, and tongues, more so than the United States of America. This is the personification of the American creed, e pluribus unum, one out of many. We are one nation formed out of the vast and culturally diverse nations and tongues of the earth. Coupled together with the history, the rituals, and esoteric revival that has taken place on our soil, there is literally no place more fitting to be the fulfillment of the whore of Babylon.
The whore of Babylon, that end time city, also sits upon 7 mountains or 7 hills, according to Revelation 17.
So is DC.
Most scholars point to Rome when considering the city on 7 hills, but perhaps they're looking at the wrong Rome. Washington, D.C. was not only built on the pre-American land known as Rome, Maryland, but was also built on 7 hills. A new Rome, a revived Roman Empire, fueled by the spirit of Babylon, that would influence and lead the world in the last days' worship of the beast, the 7th and final kingdom, to rule them all.
The ancient pagan prophets and philosophers foretold of this great Western continent that would lead the world in a last days philosophic empire, where the mystery occult religions would resurface into the mainstream.
The secret societies have preserved and practiced these ancient esoteric beliefs.
The deep state executes the agenda on the world stage.
The rituals invoke the entities, bringing about an atmospheric change.
All of this preparing the way for the great conjuring, the resurrection of Osiris, Apollyon, the final world king, the Antichrist. And this Luciferian secret destiny is undoubtedly being fulfilled right here in America, in the belly of the beast.
Oh, he said the name of the show.
We're living in a day and age where many are becoming cold and selfish. The world system is one that is self-centered and promotes an inflated view of man and a deflated view of God, or even denying God altogether and replacing him with false gods, mysticism, and humanism. We can't deny the fact that Bible prophecy is being fulfilled on a global scale as we compare the world events to Scripture. And according to the Bible, The end times started roughly 2,000 years ago and have been heating up ever since. People naturally have many questions, but by majority, they've been seeking answers in all the wrong places. You see, there is only one way for sinful man to be reconciled with the holy and righteous Creator. And according to the words of Jesus himself, it is only through the Son of God and his sacrifice on the cross that we can get to the Father, that we can experience redemption and take part in his ultimate plan for mankind. There are many misconceptions about salvation in Jesus Christ, and it's even common to think that it's unattainable. But I'm here to tell you right now that God has made a way for you to be saved from the judgment to come and to become a son or a daughter by spiritual adoption, becoming an heir to a royal eternal inheritance. And I'd like to share this with you right now. Romans chapter 3, verse 10 says, "As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one." Romans 3:23 says, "For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God." Let me explain this. In God's eyes, we are all seen as imperfect sinners, and we all come up short of God's standard. But here's the good news. Romans 5, verse 8 tells us that God commendeth his love toward us, and that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. You see, God's love for us is so powerful and great that he prepared a plan to save us, loving us even while we were living in sin apart from Christ. But the question is going to arise, where exactly does sin come from? Romans 5, verse 12 tells us, "Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned." So you see, sin entered into the world through one man, Adam, and corrupted the perfect world that God created. And this sin and this death was then passed on to all of us in this fallen world. Romans 6:23 goes on to explain, "For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord." So we see that our sin has to be paid for, and the wages of our sin is death, but we can receive the gift from God of eternal.
That's real cool. I wasn't trying to get into a Bible story here. You know, I like the information. Some of it I think a little questionable as far, I mean, I have questions. If Apollo and Osiris represent the same entity, then why do you have two different fucking constellations for them? What's up? I don't get that. It's little shit like that I pick out in these stories, and it sounds really fruit cakey. It really does. It sounds fruit cakey as all get out, right? But most importantly, these fuckers believe it and they're acting on it. Okay, they're orchestrating it. And why? Because we keep fucking listening to them. You see? I mean, is anybody sure, really? Is there little magic, little hocus pocus fucking rituals and all that shit? Is that actually going to work? Is that actually really a thing? Or is it just a bunch of crazy fucking rich people cosplay? You know? We don't know everything they tell us
Hard to
as well.
tell.
There's Snowman. He turned into a cat, a fat cat. God
Fat
damn it.
cat at that.
That's Miss Kitty. She doesn't sit like Winnie the Pooh that often, but yeah, I know it's kind of corny. They only let you put one when you're a guest and you don't sign up for it, right? So they only give you one avatar. So
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm stuck with Winnie the Pooh cat for now, yeah. Oh,
Well,
what I was trying to say was about like what you were saying just now is like about like okay, so the placebo effect, we all know that's a real deal, right? Like, I mean, I want to speak for the panel, but like, I'm on board with the placebo effect being a real anomaly or whatever you want to call it, right?
Well,
So
it's
that's
definitely a thing, yeah.
yeah,
it's
that's
definitely
basically all the proof.
it's a documented thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
power
that's
to the mind.
basically all the proof I need to know that there is something going on there, right? With whatever, so what's going on with the placebo is what I was trying to explain about the churches. And I'm just going to talk really quick. So every church is focusing in a different direction, right? And like, so this is what lobbyist groups are, right? So you have, so anyways, everybody, whether you're a Christian, a white guy, like there's all these collective things. Like I identify as a white guy. I mean, not a cat. Like I'm,
Right.
but but I don't understand what gives us power, right? So this inner fire or faith or passion, that's what makes us different from the rest of these fucks. And I'm sorry to say that, but like these normie people saw, if you're not still into NASCAR and football, then I understand. You just can't relate. You can't even sit across from them, and
I can't do it. It's like I mean, I'll listen to him, but I'm not really paying attention to him because I'm just not fucking interested. You know, it's
yeah.
just
But is that because I don't want to put you on the spot, but is that because you're having like a superiority complex there? Do you think like
no,
or
no. Okay, for the same reason, a person that doesn't like fucking broccoli doesn't load
doesn't
up
hang out with
broccoli
broccoli
on their
eaters?
plate and eat it. I have no I don't care if you like it. I don't care if
Mm,
you like broccoli. It doesn't fucking interest me. You know, I
yeah.
don't I don't understand how people can put so much energy into something so fucking useless like that too, because you got these people. I mean, it's one thing if you're entertained and you want to watch it, that's one thing. But you got these fucking guys out there that know every goddamn statistic about these people and all this other shit, and he's got this many wins and he's traveled this many yards and he's done this, that, and the other, and his shoe size and his jock strap size and all this other. That's way too much fucking focus, man. That's just
Yeah.
way too much goddamn focus on something that is
Well, I'm a bit
completely
I'm a bit of a
irrelevant to
jock.
anything at all in the world,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know?
I'm a bit of a sports guy, so I could fake it. Like I don't know any of the players on any sport ever.
You
Like,
know, I don't know
but
any of these people and I don't care. You know, that's the whole thing. I'm not being mean about it. I just really don't fucking care about them. Um, I mean, I think they're getting, and that's the business between them and who employs them. But to make that guy that much goddamn money for playing a fucking game
yeah.
and the importance they place on it, like it's some kind of a, even the names they give it, like the World Series. Well, where's the fucking Zimbabwe's baseball team in that World
where's
Series and shit?
where's
You
the
know?
Well, the circuses are fucking hard at work, right? Like I mean,
Well, yeah, and then you got this other thing, the World Cup. Okay, they had this big event. People paid a lot of money. They spent a lot of money to set it up and shit. And they went out there and they kicked the ball around and eliminated teams and all this other shit. And okay, now we have a World Cup winner. Cool. Now what? Now what?
again, I'll play.
How does that do anything in my life, your life, or anybody's life at all?
Have you ever played soccer before?
Yeah.
Well, usually it ends up being like half court, right? So you kind of play like the way you'd play
But
like
that's
basketball.
playing is different than standing there watching complete strangers fucking do it.
I could not watch it. Oh, I can watch football just for one game or two. Like I understand it, but I'm not extremely eloquent with the rules. Baseball, I can watch the World Series, and I can watch. I like the telemetry on baseball now; it's pretty neat. And then with the hockey, hockey's entertaining to me. Like I like my hockey, but
I'll speak from my end of it. Like when I used to be all in the sports, like I used to use it as like an escape for a while. You know what I'm saying? It was something I'd
well, it's
watch.
healthy.
I'd
It's a
zone out.
healthy escape, right? It's
Huh?
healthy though.
Is
It's
it
a
healthy?
healthy escape. Though.
Is it? What's healthy about
Yeah,
it?
but teamwork and shit. Like you get like my
Yeah, but
team's
then
better
the
than your
whole
team,
thing. Why don't you engage in teamwork rather
right?
than watch teamwork?
No, that's what
You
it is. You
understand?
support each other, and anybody fucks with the goalie, he gets roughed up. That's just
And
like
that's why I
etiquette.
like these guys that get out there and then after the game they're jumping around acting fucking crazy, going, "We won, we won." No, you didn't win anything. You got drunk in the bleachers, man. Those guys out there won the game against those other guys. You didn't have any fucking thing to do with it.
Yeah, I would
You,
never
you
get euphoria from it. No. The only time,
well,
honestly, just to speak out loud, the September 11th, actually, that emotionally, when I watched that, it actually emotionally triggered me more than anything I saw on TV prior to that. Something, and same with the latest one with all you know, the last one that I consider the last big one, right?
right. What
That
is
one hit
this?
me.
hold on a minute. I don't want to get too far off on that because I'm not really about sports
No,
tonight
no.
or anything like that. Bottom line, I don't give a shit about it. If somebody else does, that's cool. That's their thing. But
Listen, Saul, if you haven't experienced curling,
oh yes, yes I have. Yes I have. I want to be the little broom guy. That's what I want to be. The little guy
Women's
that's.
tennis is my favorite.
But what was that?
I
So
think they should.
is this a clip you saw? Now I did see that earlier where that congressional candidate
Yeah.
who was getting all mouthy on the beach and that dude
Yeah.
fucked him up, knocked him out, man.
That's
Put
the
him
clip.
right down on the ground, man.
That's
and
the
then
full clip.
Yeah, this is the thing in court you just sent, right?
Yeah, it's the full
Yeah.
clip though, and it shows the court, him in court.
Yeah.
This might not be legal.
Oh, it's legal. It's news. It's news.
What do you mean legal? Who says? Who decided that?
Only you, boss.
Only Hawaii News Now was in a Wailuku courtroom when 40-year-old Kiro Basin, a Democratic candidate for Hawaii's 2nd Congressional District, made a court appearance wearing handcuffs.
These are just allegations. My client has a presumption of innocence.
He's charged with 2 counts of first-degree terroristic threatening. The judge kept Basin's bail at $1 million, even though his attorney called the amount outrageous. Saturday's altercation in South Kihei was caught on video, where Basin swung a beach chair and a bystander knocked him out.
I told him if he wants to go to the hospital, come here!
Agent obtained unedited video and spoke exclusively with Kama, the man Maui police named as the bystander.
Maybe I should intervene. And then as I got closer and closer, he was just getting more irate and violent and then saying stuff like, I'm going to hurt you or I can end you or you like scrap and, to the aunties.
Maui police say the altercation started when a 61-year-old man asked Basin to turn down his music. Basin allegedly implied he had a firearm and would shoot the victim's wife.
But I heard the reaction. He's got a gun. I'm like, brother, pump your brakes and go sit down and leave him alone. And right at that point, he got within 2 inches of my face and he stood there and he goes, bruh, you like go, put his hands on me. And as soon as he tried to shove me, I hit him with a left and a right. And that's when he stumbled and fell over the chairs.
Chair thrower!
Wake up.
Those were 2 different scenes, right?
What you Holly boy? Yeah? Try to stay right there.
Kama says when Basin swung a beach chair, he used his mixed martial arts training to knock him out.
Just block it and go for the KO. Yeah, just protect myself, which is why I had my hand up and then I adjusted to block the chair.
When you read the court documents, you read the news stories, you see that people are genuinely afraid of Kiro Basin. Were you afraid of Kiro Basin?
No, I didn't even know who the guy was.
Police say Basin allegedly pulled out a knife and threatened multiple people before tossing it into the ocean. Kama says it was a 5-inch switchblade, which he found and turned over to officers.
He ended up pulling a knife out on me after the altercation, and that was obviously a game changer when I knew he was off.
The court is recommending Basin undergo a mental health exam, and his attorneys are disputing the allegations.
There's no evidence in any of these videos, which have been circulated tremendously, that he ever had a knife in his possession, that he ever had a firearm in his possession.
But Kama says he intervened because someone could have gotten hurt.
Do what's right because that's what we should do, and that's my whole motto in life.
Just in case.
He looks like a fighter, right? He looks like a fucking military guy.
They're fucking, they're just thugs and criminals, man. He's going to the right place. What's he going for? I guess the house.
Hawaii.
Eh? Yeah, the house in Hawaii. Yeah, say it right now, Demon.
Yeah, Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah, these fucking news people.
The most disturbing thing were those swim trunks.
Yeah, those were kind of. Well, everybody knows it's that's why he was bringing that pin dick energy. See, you see, it's nothing.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with wearing some grape smugglers.
Yeah, but those was grape nuts. That's what he had going on.
The worst cereal ever.
I'm just a little guy. I'm a grower, not a shower.
This is pretty cool. Lisa showed me this today when I was over there. And this is pretty crazy, man. This was a member of somebody's church. And they were driving down the road. And apparently, right as they were crossing the road, a big truck hit them broadside.
Jeez.
But nothing happened. This is the story. Listen to this. This is
The
pretty
ghost
crazy.
truck.
I've heard other stories like this.
Listen.
2 weeks later, I was driving home with a gentleman from the jail with me and my two daughters from our Saturday night service. And as I was heading home to take him home, I appeared into an intersection as I was driving, and the light for me was green, and I was following another car through that intersection when my daughter yelled in the back, "Stop!" And I looked to my left, and coming down a large hill was a big two-door truck with an 8-horse trailer attached to it. And he comes through the intersection, and I'm stopped, and he is not swerving. I can't do anything. And within seconds, I feel him hit my car. Everybody in the car felt the impact, just the movement of the car inside. And then all of a sudden, it was like we were separated from this world. It was like almost dreamy. And then all of a sudden, after that happened, I started seeing, along with everyone else, his truck, piece by piece, pass through my car. Sections of it. I mean, I remember sections of it, and thinking in my mind, he's hit my car. I know that we've just had an accident, but I don't feel any of the trauma of this accident. He passes all the way through with all of the horse trailer, and I look to the right on the final passing, following his car, and there's a police officer there, and it's one of our undercover officers. He's not in an actual vehicle, but he goes up and puts a red light on and follows him. I completed the intersection, and my youngest daughter got out. She was a little disturbed, and we were all shaking inside, and I drove the young gentleman home. I called my husband and told him what had happened to us, and he said, there was an officer there. Let's get a hold of him and see what he saw. And so the next day, we found the officer who had witnessed it, and he did not want to talk about it. He said, "I will only tell you this." He said, "I reached down to grab the radio to call in the accident. I saw him hit you. And when I pulled up my radio to bring it to my mouth to call in the accident, he was passing through your car."
Only God could have saved this lady and her family. There's no other possibility. What are your thoughts? Type it down in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. God bless you. Have a super day. Subscribe to my channel and share this with a friend. Watch the video pinned below.
This is a wild. Tell them Lodge Modge sent you.
Dude, that's I've had not like that. I mean, God, that's crazy, right? But I was going down a road one day near where I lived in Michigan, and I had the green light. I'm coming through the intersection. And I'm getting ready to come to the intersection, and just as I get about to it, there's a voice. Like there was nobody in the car with me, but this voice, like from the back seat, said, "Stop!" Like that. And so I stopped and shit, and then boom, this truck come flying right in front of me, ran through the red light, went right through that intersection. If that hadn't have been for that voice, I would have been creamed. I don't, to this day, it puts chills down my spine, but I'm like, what kind of intervention is that? It happened one other time with dye shoes in a factory. And they used to keep these things. They weighed hundreds and thousands of pounds. They kept them on pallets on these shelves. They put them up there with forklifts and whatnot. And I was in there looking for a particular number of a dye shoe, and it was almost like somebody shoved me, and there was a voice that said, "Move!" And nobody was around. It was third shift, man. Nobody was around at all. And somebody just yelled, "Move!" like that. And it felt almost like somebody pushed me, but they didn't. And so I stepped over to my left real quick, like made a big fucking giant step and moved to my left. And wham, one of them dye shoes come off the shelf and landed right where I was fucking standing. And I'm like, I still to this day can't explain it. That was over 30 years ago, man.
It's Patrick Swayze.
It was Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi, good old Whoopi.
I had one just
Move
like
the
that.
quarter.
Except
What?
I was going to say I was screaming at someone to stop at one point. They were dicking around in the center console. It was a highway ramp, so people are coming off the highway at like, you know, well, our speed limit's 100 kilometers per hour. So I don't know what that is. That's like fucking 60 something miles an hour, I guess. And so when they come off into the street, right, they got anyways, I yelled at him, same thing. I screamed, "Stop!" And fucking Buddy did. He put this Honda Odyssey, put the boot to the fucking floor, and I felt all four tires slide. And we come to a stop, and same thing. It was a black pickup truck, no trailer or anything. And it was moving like, 60 kilometers, whatever, 40 mile an hour or something, making that off the highway onto the 70 kilometer an hour zone, right? And like I've never seen anything turn into a matrix and phase out. I've seen something phase out, like a car disappeared twice that couldn't have disappeared. But the only thing close to what she was talking about is I've seen someone cut the corner too tight, and for all intents and purposes, like I know where the corners in my car are, right? It wasn't like she phased through the cab, but like I've had one or two times where they should have made contact or what I think is the edge of my car and just passed safely by. Like that's the closest thing I can relate to what she said, though.
There's a lot of people who've had really strange experiences like that that just can't be explained. And we're too immersed into just our five senses of what we can see, touch, feel, hear,
Six if you're lucky.
smell. And if it's outside of that, then it doesn't exist as far as we're concerned. And I think we need to learn more about that sixth sense, that intuition. You need to decalcify that pineal gland is what you
Your
need
gut
to do.
feeling.
Yes.
Gut feeling.
Like,
some people don't have it.
Yeah, well, they've been taught to disregard it.
Yeah.
That's what this whole thing is. Well, you're actually spinning, but I don't feel like I'm spinning. That's because your senses are no good. You live on a ball, but I don't see any curvature. But there is curvature. It's
Just
all
don't
this
see it.
fucking gaslighting and what
Yeah.
your senses tell you. You're taught to disregard it. In a lot of senses. How often is a kid told, quit your crying? Well, if they're genuinely upset, let them cry. It's a basic, necessary human emotion, man.
First thing I do is when I hear it in public, I go roar, and the kid will look at me and stop crying. Right? I'll go roar like a T-Rex or something and smile, and the kid will look at me. And then a lot of times it'll be like complete conflict resolution because the parents fucking confused. Why is this guy like? But I want the kid to shut up, right? But
right. Maybe the kid's going, "Wow, you're right, strange dude.
Yeah.
It could be worse."
That could be you, right? It could be as fucking messed up as you.
Right. So this is some interesting little bit of legal information that you may be interested in. Let me check this out.
I'm Justice Daniel Kelly.
This is ex-Supreme Court Justice Dan Kelly from Wisconsin. He's about to tell you that administrative agencies are using the people's courts as administrative tribunals and are literally not even real judges. They call themselves administrative law judges. They used to be hearing officers, but he's about to tell you that they are not real judges and not operating in real courts, not using due process of law to take your property and to deprive you of your rights. Take a listen.
Is an administrative law judge a judge? The answer is no. There is no liberty if the judicial power be not separated from the legislative and executive.
Administrative agencies are acting on all three branches of government. This is not how we had our government set up. They were supposed to be separate for a reason. And here's the problem. Administrative agencies are actually using ALJs to be judges, but they're also using them to make law. So here's what's happening. They will make law today and judge that same law that they made tomorrow.
Although the proceedings over which ALJs preside may look judicial, they have no relationship to the constitutional promise of trials conducted by judges who are free of political interests. He may call these folks judges, but that doesn't make them members of the judiciary.
Not real judges. There it is, guys. And if that is not enough to convince you, even our Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch says the same dang thing. Check it out.
What are administrative judges? How might you encounter them? You are prosecuted by the agency. Many of them have the opportunity, rather than to bring their charges against you in court,
Where is that written?
they can bring them before their own employees. They call themselves administrative law judges. We used to call them hearing officers, but now they like to wear robes and you know, they have the whole
This
thing.
is regards to
They
civil
like to wear
matters, right,
robes
guys?
and dress up. Cute.
Do you get a jury? No jury in those cases. No jury. That's gone too.
And sometimes you'll have a jury, but it's not a real jury. And we're guaranteed under the Constitution to have a jury of our peers that's completely independent and not getting instructed.
Basic procedures like getting the evidence against you and being able to cross-examine those who are charging you. Those are also very, very different. You may not get the right to cross-examination in those proceedings.
So what you're telling me is the people are being deprived of full due process of law.
You are 10 times more likely to wind up in front of one of those judges than a real judge and a jury of your peers.
So why are these Supreme Court justices coming out now telling us this? Well, the people sent notice prior to them saying this, and I've got the proof to show you. Notice the date, December 7th. This was a live streaming from Dave Jose where he was talking to us about the new notice drop we were going to do and send and serve to our federal and state judges.
Can't read that, but this is about civil matters, right?
I'm going to put the link to
This
this
is
in the
so
chat.
important for everybody in the nation because every state is doing this. And if you want to restore your courts, now is the time to seriously start getting together, assembling and putting notices together. For the people of Wisconsin, if you really want to fix this state and restore our courts,
That's what you got to go through. That's what you got to do. I was talking to Ryan earlier today, and he was saying that these it's actually supposed to be administered through the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I have a comment about that because I'm in Canada, right? And so basically we have almost, I mean, I could be completely ignorant, but we have federal law, we have provincial law, and then we have like municipal law, right? Like, you know, you can't walk your dog with a 12-foot leash or like, you know what I mean? Then you have your bylaws, which are the municipal shit. And, right. But to an educated man, the federal law is supreme and the federal law is based on the Canadian Charter, right? And then you got these HOA guys saying you can't park a fucking boat in your own driveway, right? And so the thing is what trumps everything is that charter and that federal law. And I think the Constitution allows for, you know, the use of like, I forget the wordage, but it's like for Canadian law, it's like I have the right to enjoy my property, right? So, you know, if that's a busted ass bass boat, then too bad. You know what I mean? And so they got these bylaws, like you can't park a car with no plates on it in your driveway, you know, stuff like this. And, you know, if you had the money to take it up the food chain and get to the Superior Court, it would all get dusted. Right. So then why does all this bullshit exist if it's outside of what the federales are considering your, you know, forefathers given rights or whatever, white guy rights or whatever the fuck they want to call it.
White guy rights, huh?
It's because they rely on people's ignorance not to challenge things, basically.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
that's why we
the
have
financial thing. Yeah. It's financial too.
Well, of course it's definitely financial.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
it's a business. It's a business just like law enforcement. Law enforcement is a business. I mean, do you see them at certain times of the month or certain times of the year when all of a sudden is every cop in town is out and about at the same time trying to get tickets? It's a revenue generation. Plus, on top of that, they have quotas that they get issued where they have to have so many contacts, issue so many tickets, you know, get IDs from people so many times. That's a requirement. If you don't meet the requirements, you're out of the job.
Yeah, I know. They name it like a Trump operation. They're like, oh, it's Operation Seatbelt Nazi this week.
Yeah,
And then they'll say it's Operation Safe fucking
yeah. Yet
safe
they're driving
camping.
around. Yet they're driving around on cell phones with tinted windows with no seatbelt on,
doing
fucking
everything
doing
that you're
everything.
not supposed
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
Doing everything that they say you can't. Yeah.
Dan,
They should hold you to the same fucking standard.
Dan Erie County's been going around to all the same places he's gone before, and then find all their personal, to go in the regular parking lots and see the personal vehicles and write the plates down, and then report the plates of the cops, because they have on the personal vehicles have license plate covers and window tint and all kinds of shit that they would ticket you for. And now they're all pissed off at him because they're making them take all the window tint off and plate covers and the goofy stickers and all the shit that's all over the place, shit in the windows and all kinds of crap. And they're all pissed off at Dan again because now he found another thing to go around and give them shit about that they would be giving everybody else shit about.
Right. Well, that's how it should be, man. It's not rules for thee, but not for me. That's not how that fucking works, man. In fact, they should be held to a higher standard than the ordinary person. If you're going to go out there talking the talk, you better be walking the walk too. That's just common sense. God damn it. What was he saying about their names for their operations and stuff? What was that?
Yeah, they got all these Operation fucking Deep Nest or whatever. Operation.
Remember in Cheech and Chong, they had Operation Hard Hat, and that dude kept calling it Operation Hard On.
That's exactly what it is.
What hard ass?
Yeah, it was fucking. That was a great
Sergeant
movie.
Stadenko.
Yeah, man. The Sister Mary Elephant routine was great, man.
Give me that knife. Bink. Thank you.
Was that one he goes in to talk to that classroom, Sister Mary Elephant's classroom, and he says, "Hello, boys and girls," and they're all like, "Hey, who cut your hair, man?" And he says, "Now, who can I'm going to teach you about narcotics today. Now, who can tell me what this green leafy substance is?" And one kid's going, "Michoacan." "No, man, it's Panama Red. You can tell." He says, "No, you wouldn't know." He says, "Oh, you mean I don't know?" He says, "You chose to sell me that shit was oregano, man. It wasn't even good." And he's like, "Hey, I heard on the TV," he says, "that you can get a reward, like if you turn in someone that is selling weed and shit." It's like, yeah. He says, "That's true. We do offer a reward to turn in the pusher." And he says, "Okay, man, I want to turn in Billy, man. That shit you sold me wasn't like oregano. It wasn't worth a shit." It's like, God damn, right there.
Complete line.
Like, who's educating who on what, right?
Yeah.
God,
I used to love that commercial. Me and my friend for years and years and years would joke around with the commercial where the kids sit and listen to the music in the room, and the father walks in. He's got the cigar box in his hand, and he says, "Where did you learn how to use this?"
Oh God, yeah.
"Tell me now." And the guy says, "I learned it from watching you." Okay.
I love it.
Me and my friend used to freaking do that all the time.
So did you see where Taco Tits had him building a $15 million fucking helipad, and then they had it about half done, and he decided he didn't like the way it looked and had him move it and dig it back up and re-pour it someplace else and all this other shit. And it's got the seal of the president of the United
Did he have a
States.
giant gold T on it and make it real
God
gaudy?
damn it, man. This guy is a mess. Anyway, here, just for the shits and giggles, this is from yesterday, but we missed a lot of shit yesterday. This is America's Last 12 Hours. There's a lot in 3 minutes they put here. Listen to this.
Here's everything that happened in America in the last 12 hours. 25 Democratic-led states sued the Trump administration over new tariffs imposed on 60 trading partners, arguing in the U.S. Court of International Trade that the levies illegally replaced tariffs the Supreme Court already struck down following that February ruling. The Justice Department moved to dismiss a class action lawsuit from January 6th defendants seeking damages for alleged excessive police force, arguing the rioters missed the required 2-year filing deadline deadline, which expired back in January 2023. New York's Medical Aid in Dying Act takes effect Wednesday, letting terminally ill adults with less than 6 months to live request lethal medication after meeting strict requirements, making New York the 14th U.S. jurisdiction to legalize the practice. An FBI intelligence agent was arrested for allegedly stealing over $900,000 in cryptocurrency from accounts his own national security squad was monitoring, reportedly out of frustration with inaction, then asked ChatGPT about fleeing abroad and booked a flight to Portugal. Trump is considering firing U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro after her office dropped vandalism charges tied to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, admitting the damage was actually caused by botched construction rather than intentional vandalism, as Trump long claimed. The House Ethics Committee recommended censuring Republican Representative Chuck Edwards after finding he repeatedly made unwanted, inappropriate advances toward 2 young female staffers, including late-night texts and expensive gifts, though it found no evidence of explicit sexual misconduct. Michigan's cyclospora outbreak, tied to contaminated lettuce, has grown to nearly 22,000 confirmed and suspected cases nationwide and caused the first 2 U.S. deaths, as experts say a shift to voluntary case reporting may have worsened tracking. The State Department notified Congress it plans to close 5 U.S. diplomatic missions, including consulates in Canada, Japan, and Indonesia, marking a rare downsizing of America's global diplomatic footprint. A Salvadoran immigrant died while being held at a troubled federal immigration detention center in Newark, New Jersey, the city's mayor confirmed, raising fresh scrutiny over conditions at the facility. A man was arrested on first-degree arson charges connected to the Old Trails fire, one of 3 wildfires burning in Spokane County, Washington, and is being held on a $1 million bond as investigators probe the other blaze's origins. The U.S. sent over 100 Venezuelans back to their home country on a repatriation flight, the first since deadly earthquakes struck Venezuela in late June, as deportation operations continue despite the disaster's aftermath. Several states and advocacy groups sued the Trump administration over a policy allowing federal benefits data to be shared with immigration enforcement agencies, arguing it violates privacy protections for recipients of public assistance programs. Trump publicly demanded ExxonMobil and Chevron give back record profits to consumers as national gas prices average $4.10 a gallon, up more than 30% since the Iran war began earlier this year.
Boy, we're just winning. You notice that? How much winning is going on?
I don't think people really care about much of anything at all anymore. Honestly, so much. I mean, it doesn't matter what the subject. Like, what there's that big ass earthquake in Japan the other day. It's like what 7.1 or something. It's just like, oh well, just another earthquake.
There's been so many earthquakes at that high magnitude, though. Think about that. How many 7 point whatevers have happened just this year? I think there's been about 4.
One in Venezuela. It's just like an article for the day, and then once that day is over, it's like, okay, cool, it's over with. We don't care anymore. You know what I'm saying? We've been desensitized so bad that nothing really sticks. God
damn, I know. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. But you know, you gotta look at it. That's an uptick in seismic activity that's occurring around the world.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, you forget there was this earthquake, but then here's another one. You go, God damn, they just had this one down in Venezuela, and they had this one over in Taiwan, and they had this one over in Japan. What the fuck is going on? These are big quakes, man. And they're happening more frequently. Usually you have like your 4-pointers and shit happen all over the place, right? Some tremors, some buildings might shake a little bit, at the very most. But these are fucking mega destructive, you know, like. And I think they're on purpose. I really do. I think that they're created.
Well, I mean, much like most of the unnatural occurring events in nature.
Yep. Well, like these wildfires, they're definitely not wildfires. They're targeted.
Tornadoes,
that's one thing I was going to say. They had the one guy they were saying they caught him and everything. Well, you know, how do we really know that
what
this?
What are you even talking about?
The guy starting the fires. Right? How do we know he's a real fucking person, right? So they show a picture, they say, we got the guy. You know, fucking case closed, right? It's like it's just a fucking patsy. Like, I believe that fully, that they've got these actors now, and they're just, you know, doing time or pretend time or whatever just to make us happy. And with the
Mhm.
earthquakes, I live in Canada and we don't get fucking earthquakes. We get like our little ones, a blue moon away, right? And in the States, I don't know about you guys, like, well, West Coast is the worst, right? Like California, or where do you get them over there?
Usually, but no, they've been like everywhere.
Like Florida, I imagine, once in a while, or
Everywhere.
what?
We never used to get them in Illinois. Now we supposedly get them. I'd never felt one myself, but they get them in Illinois. They get them all over the
Had a
place.
couple here in Virginia too. The Appalachian Fault's been active. So yeah, we've been getting them in Virginia, North Carolina, and shit like that. That up in the 4.5 points.
Of
It's
course, I
like,
might be like, brushing it off as something else and not realize that's what it was, but for the
Yeah,
most
I
part, I
was gonna
don't.
say, if people don't complain, they wouldn't even do it. Probably, wouldn't even post it. Like, it has to be noticeable, right? And then the ones that happen out here, they seem to happen in the middle of Lake Ontario. You guys must be familiar enough with Lake Ontario.
yeah.
Seem to get they call it epicenter out there, and that would hit Toronto, right? But it doesn't hit the Toronto core. No, no, it hits the lake. I don't know what's going on. And then the tectonic plates. If you're off the globe, Bill, then the tectonic plates kind of go out the fucking window too, don't they? Like, right?
I don't know. I don't even know if
Who knows?
tectonic plates are real. Fuck, I don't.
Right? Who's
But the
who's
new
ever seen them?
I've never seen one move or anything else like that. They tell me there's one there, there's a fault line or whatever. Okay, that's cool. But, I'm only going to go with I don't believe shit of what I'm just told.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I got to look at this with some real skepticism because then you got to be real careful because goddamn, they lie to you about, the origins of your nation as we just found out in the documentary that's just a big fucking occult ritual and we're along for the ride and they don't tell you the proper history. They don't tell you what's actually going on in the world to give you politically motivated stories for you to react to. It's just more of the fucking Hegelian dialectic. Oh, this happened, blah, blah, blah. And people go, oh my God, we got to do this and have a law and shit. And it's like, wait a minute. Let's look at what really fucking happened here. Let's really take a look at it. Now, does it really warrant legislation and the like? I don't think so. You know, so a lot of times that's what people are. They panic. The sky is falling. Oh my God, we have to do something. Wait a minute. How do you know the fucking sky is falling? In the first place, that's where you got to go with. These people just go along with we have to climate change. Yeah, you're doing it. Stop doing it and it won't be happening. Stop blocking out the sun. Stop spraying chemicals all over the fucking place. Stop using directed energy. This is not how the world is intended to work. You
Be
can't be God. The repercussions for that are going to be catastrophic when you try to play God. It always is. Whether it be fucking with the uh, genetic code of something or manipulating the weather or causing earthquakes or whatever the fuck it is, that's for God. That's not for you, man. And you're going to pay a penance for it. You really are. Everybody's going to because it's going to come back and smack you right in the dick, man, every time.
be prepared for a bad situation. Most people, they got no plan B. Not that you want anything bad to happen or anything, but adapt and overcome.
Yep.
Be adaptable. Most people, it's just like something bad happens. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? They look to somebody else.
Yep.
It's like, figure it out before it happens. Always have
What is
extra
that?
water. Always, just the simple
Hope,
things, but
hope for the best but
prepare for
expect
the
the
worst.
worst.
Yeah.
Right. That's the way you should always look at
But there's a
everything.
lot of people out there that they just don't think anything bad's ever going to happen. And until it does, until it
Mhm.
hits your doorstep and you're unprepared.
Yep.
And then they
Well,
sell it, you got all these people that are like, oh, you're one of them preppers, you're crazy. It's like, yeah, until you're coming over to my house to get shit when something bad happens, we'll see how crazy I am.
right. Right.
When the power
This is
goes out, whose generator you're borrowing, huh?
that's
Shit
just
like that.
it. That's just it though. With the generator running in the zombie times, all 5,000 of me are going to know you got electricity, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to hear that thing running from across 2 lakes, right?
Uh-huh.
They're gonna. So, I mean, sorry, the one thing that I think is like everybody's for themselves. Well, you don't realize that, you know, if these guys decide to squad up like a bunch of zombies, you know, like firepower is less effective.
Those people are too stupid to know what to do. I wouldn't even worry about them.
No,
You may think you're like they're all gonna come for you. Don't worry. You can
I don't have
take care.
anything. They're coming after you because you got the generator running.
They
They're
might
not
be
going to come
coming
to my
after
house.
me, but I'll be prepared for them because they're dumb to begin with.
I know. What I was suggesting is it helps to have numbers, man, and that's where they got
Sure
us.
it
So
does.
I'll
That's why
go
it helps
and
to know your neighbors.
Yeah.
yeah, might as well.
And a wise person's going to um, put some barriers around his generator
Right.
to eliminate the sound. You don't want to be sitting around listening to that fucking thing all goddamn day long at all. And when I was in the army, we used to take, and even on construction sites, right? You got a generator, you get tired of hearing that fucking thing all the time. Just put some plywood up around it. Just all
A
you have to do
cardboard
is just
box. Yeah.
lean some plywood up around it and make sure it still gets air and everything. But just leans, it just muffles the noise. It's
They've got
Yeah,
sound
put it
dampening.
in a hole. My idea
They've,
was put it in a hole.
they've got sound dampening styrofoam and stuff like that. There's ways, but
Yeah,
yeah.
any type of foam would work. Yeah.
right. But I understand your point. What's gonna keep
A
a
horde.
bunch of fucking
A
retards?
horde. Yeah.
Well, the fact that they're going to be already
Sick.
having problems anyhow. They've not eaten. They're scavenging.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, it's a problem that'll take care of itself. You know, and go ahead and come on up on it. You know, because I will diminish your numbers. Don't worry about it. If I die, hey, well, I did what I could, but I'm going to diminish your numbers. I'm going to thin out the gene pool. Absolutely. You know.
Natural selection and whatnot. Darwin Awards be handing out all over the place. Here's your Darwin Award. Here's your Darwin Award.
You could just simply talk to them like, what sense would it make? What is one generator going to do for 5,000 people?
Right.
Like, okay, you came from mine. What are you going to do when this one runs out?
It's just the indication.
Just keep on going.
I was thinking food because I think the only thing that would truly make us savage like that is if we
People
ran out of
always
food.
look for the fearful aspect of anything,
Right.
especially when it involves change. Now, what's the difference now as to the scenario that you're talking about in a hypothetical future? What's stopping people from coming in and stealing your shit right now because they don't have stuff? What's stopping them?
Probably a fear of incarceration, mostly. I don't know.
No.
Fear of death.
Fear of death. Absolutely.
The what if scenario, as my buddy used to call it. What if I break the door down and there's a guy with a machete and a hockey mask on? Or what if, you know, it's that kind of scenario where you're walking into the unknown. So, you know.
You see a grumpy old man carrying an M14 around. Just don't fuck with him, okay? Just don't. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
A nude guy with a rabbit hat on with a shotgun in his hand.
That's
You
what
know,
I love.
Hobo with a shotgun.
That's what I love. I love my M14. That's a fucking badass rifle, buddy.
Like, I'm not a gun guy, guys, but I played a couple video games and like that one World War II rifle, like it's called a Garand or something. Yeah, Garand. I don't know, man. I've watched it used.
M1 Grand. It's a now that one does take a clip. That does take a clip.
Stripper.
Yep. It takes a strip clip.
Paching! Yes, it slips it out on the last one. So
Yep, you hear that ting,
out.
you know you're out of ammo.
We rented one at a gun shop place, and the guy said, "Listen, I got to come out and show you how to operate this." I said, "Oh, it's just just drop the stripper clip down, right?" He said, "No. The stripper stays in it."
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right." He said, "But I got to show you how to load it and unload it in case something goes wrong." Because he said, "I'm going to show you what happens if you don't do this right." And so we said, "Go ahead and try it." And just as I was about to pull that thing and pull the bolt back and put my finger in there to push that thing down, that friggin' bolt come up and smashed my friggin' thumbnail.
Yeah,
and
boy.
I was like, "Yeah, son of a bitch."
You got
swearing
you
in front
got
of
the M1 thumb. That's what happened there. That's the M1 thumb. I've
son of a
seen that.
bitch. I'm screaming and he's laughing because he knew I was going to do it. So he
That
said,
fucker
"Let me
slams
shoot."
home hard too, man. That thing
Yeah.
slams home hard. You might as well just mash your thumb with a hammer. You know? Yeah, that ain't no fun. With
I
that
do that
trapdoor
with
design, now if the M14's got that same trapdoor design on the bolt, you know, but it's magazine fed.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of that. Now the one I've got is called a Mini 14. It's chambered in 5.56.
Oh, it's a Ruger.
Yeah, a Ruger Mini 14. That thing is sweet. And I got a little bipod that folds up. I can put up on the.
So if we're talking shorter than 30-inch barrel on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 18.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, short. That's
Okay,
a
I could get it and show it, but YouTube would flip out,
Yeah,
out, and
I
shut
know
us down.
exactly what you got, man.
Yeah, that's a damn good gun.
I went there. My buddy took me. He's like, "Man, we'll go to this gun club. You got to pay $20 and bring your driver's license to let you shoot." So you go for a crash course on PAL, and then they lend you a 22. Well, me, my Russian buddy, and his sister went, and fucking his sister was the best shot. The guy got mad at me because I tried to squeeze off a few in a row. He warned me not to, and I jammed the fucking thing. So whatever, it was cool. I know to keep my finger off the fucking trigger. I set it down. He cleared it for me. But yeah, I was a little embarrassed because I jammed it, right?
Right.
And you get 50 shots for $20. It was the only time I ever shot a handgun. It was a handgun 22.
Oh, it was a handgun. Okay.
On average, women tend to have a steadier shot than men occasionally.
Yeah.
We were kind of tied.
Nothing like watching a well-endowed woman shoot a high-powered rifle, though.
I mean, me and my buddy were tied. She was way above us. Yeah, I know.
And boobies go everywhere. But yeah, I got a nice little 22 pistol. Well, the most reliable of those are going to be a revolver, but I've got a Ruger SR22 automatic, and that's a sweet little pistol. I love that. I love that thing. Feels good in your hand. It's pretty reliable as far as 22s go, you know, because sometimes you just get fucked ammo, you know.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know what it is?
I was watching about the Glocks, and they were saying, like, because of the way it's designed, it's so light that if you have a loose grip, it's a Glock 17, the 9mm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah. Primarily, it's 9mm, but you can get it in 10 millimeter. You can get them in 40.
yeah, I've watched a couple of demonstrations, and if you limp wrist it, like if you just kind of half-ass hold on to it, it tends to always not chamber the next round. Fucking jam.
Huh. I've never had a malfunction on my Glock. Never once.
Fucking right. Fuck yeah.
I think it's sweet. But if you're gonna hold a pistol like a fairy, you get fairy results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you two-handed most of the time, or are you out there shooting sideways and shit at the fucking targets?
This isn't Grand Theft Auto.
That's one of the dumbest things I ever saw. These motherfuckers turn the pistol sideways and the brass comes
Yeah.
right back up in their face.
Gangsta.
You know? Yeah, and the brass is hitting you in the face while you're trying to shoot. Fuck that noise.
The only problem with 22 is it's rim fire, and rim fire you're going to get, you're definitely going to get misfires on rim fires.
Yeah.
It's just common. The thing I like about 22 is there's no recoil at all.
Right.
So I mean,
it's
you get
cheap to fire.
Yeah,
too, man.
The 1022 you can buy spring kits and make that thing so the reset is really short, and I mean that thing's like a sewing machine.
Yeah.
You know.
As I've got a 1022 Ranch model.
Yeah.
I've got a tactical model 1022, and then I've got a Ruger Bolt Action Precision. Takes the same.
Nice.
It takes the same magazine.
You see the Charger? Now they got the one where you
I
can
got
turn
one of
the
those
barrel.
too.
Yeah,
I
Charger.
got one of those too, man. It's threaded barrel too. I got a can for it.
Nice.
Got a bipod and a can for it. That thing's
Can't have them in Illinois.
You can't have them in Illinois?
So they say.
So they say. Citizens, U.S. citizens can't have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Illinois is. Massachusetts is one of the most restrictive.
Well, if they get their way, we won't have any of them. But anyway,
yeah.
That means we need to fucking use them.
Right.
Oh,
They wouldn't.
that's what that means right there. What do you mean I don't get to have that? Fuck you. What part of shall not be infringed do you not get? What part of that do you not get? Do you not realize that the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land, regardless of what you fucking come up with?
Or bylaws or HOA or fucking anything else.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
So,
we did open carry up here years and years, like a long time ago. One of the local groups up here did an open carry trash pickup. So we walked around with pick sticks and trash bags, open carry, and down on the southern border of Massachusetts. And I guess they let the local police, the local police department for the town we were in, know. And all they did was follow us the whole time. Yeah.
Get permission to do it. No. You don't need fucking permission.
They followed us like
not be infringed means what?
Yeah, I mean, there's no infringement. I mean, I can do what I want with it, carry it anywhere I want, anywhere in public.
Right. You don't get to. You don't have any say on it at all.
Well, I think they figured that everybody was going to call them anyway. So instead of just having them come in all hot and heavy and making a big, big thing out of it, they called them and said, "Hey, we're going to do trash pickup. We're going to do these 2 big ass long streets that go through this whole town." So, we all met up at a supermarket. We all got pick sticks. Everybody's got pick sticks, or like granny grabbers. And we walked this shittiest part of town, picked up trash. We walked up one side of the street, went all the way to the end. This is long. This is a couple miles. So we walked up the whole way and then turned around and then came to the other side and picked up trash and filled down, 20, 30 fucking bags full of trash, because this fucking place is a dump. And by the time we got towards the end, we had to come back around again to the spots everybody could go to their car. The chief was there, come out, shook everybody's hand. He was cool. He wasn't a dick. As he said, I'm sure you guys were probably going to get some calls. He said, "Oh, yeah, we got tons of calls." He said, "But it's okay. I got your email. I knew you guys would be out here. No big deal." I said, "Oh, yeah, that's cool." It was cool. The guys were out there with shotguns and handguns.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude had a musket. Dude had a musket.
I had one of them holy soldier there was talking about one of them mounted pigs on the back of a Jeep. Those are fucking sweet with that swivel. M60, that'll give you a fucking that's almost like sexually exciting to
I
shoot.
shot a 50.
Mark 19's even better.
Yeah.
I shot a 50 on a turret, but it was really like light loaded. It was in like an outdoor range thing, they had like a get together. It wasn't really that hot. You could tell that thing could fire way hotter shit than what was in it, But it was cool.
Those are some big shells come out of that fucking thing too, boy.
Yeah, it was
somewhere
bigger than your finger.
Somewhere guys are exchanging those right now. Like, whether it's fucking Africa or someplace in fucking
bongo truck.
Probably Mexico.
Yeah, I bet that's the most likely place for a 50 cal discharge, like with intent, probably.
Well, I guess we've had to take all our shit and skedaddle out of a bunch of our bases and positions in the Middle East, and they're all going into Israel now. And I think that's a chess move. They're forcing them into Israel, and then they're going to hit fucking Israel hard. I mean, it's only going to get worse from here. And meanwhile, this guy's in there going, "Oh yeah, they're desperate for a deal and shit." The last time he said that, like the other day, he said, "Iran's begging for a deal. We've got them destroyed and everything." And about an hour later, they fucking sunk a tanker.
He's saying that because they're out of munitions is why he's saying that.
Yeah, we can't
That's
logistically
the reality of it.
We had all these cool big toys and everything, but the problem with it is they're not like they're just whipping out, rifle bullets or some shit like that. They got to make all this sophistication and programming and debug it and put all these electronics and everything in. It takes them about a year to make one. And they're shooting them off like they're, like they pezzes. Just, fire.
Look at all that crap we left behind in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
It's
That would have come in handy about
right. Yeah, it would have came in real handy. And then meanwhile, I think either between the both of them, China and Russia probably distribute them amongst each other.
Well, they've been pulling their Patriot missiles and the
Probably
like.
reverse engineered them.
Yeah, they've been pulling them out of places where they're supposed to be there with a contract to protect that country, like South Korea. Shit like
they were
that. They're going,
pissed.
"Hey, wait a minute, you're leaving us." I mean, right now would be a perfect time if North Korea wanted to invade the South. Right now would be the perfect time.
Same with China going to Taiwan.
Yeah.
Okay,
There ain't shit we
on
gonna do about
the
it.
same,
No.
so the same question you posited to me about the it's a different concept, but like, so what's stopping them from doing it?
Oh, I don't know, man. They all answer to a higher boss.
Yeah,
You
there's
know?
That's what I
who
was
knows?
getting at. That's what I was getting at.
Ukraine during the week, Russia struck a bunch of places in Ukraine like all week, and over the weekend hit a bunch of different. I told you the one about last time where they hit like the IKEA furniture company, and it was all
Yeah.
friggin' drones.
I heard Ukraine was in the Middle East exchanging guys or something.
They launched shit at Iran supposedly.
Yeah.
Right.
They fired on a Iranian vessel.
Yeah.
So yeah, not good. Anyway, let me get this going here.
Do you guys remember this message to the unvaxxed from a couple years ago? This just came up in my feed. I wanted to share it.
That message to you, the unvaccinated. Even if I were pollinated and fully vaccinated, I would admire the unvaccinated for withstanding the greatest pressure I've ever seen from partners, parents, children, friends, colleagues, and even doctors. People who are capable of such personality, courage, and critical ability are undoubtedly the best part of humanity. They are everywhere, in all ages, levels of education, states, and ideas. They are of a special kind. They are the soldiers that every army of light wants to have in its ranks. They are the parent that every child wants to have, and the children that every parent dreams of having. They are beings above the average of their societies. They are the essence of the people who have, built all cultures and conquered horizons. They are there next to you. They look normal, but they are superheroes. They did what others could not. They were the tree that withstood the hurricane of insults, discrimination, and social exclusion. And they did it because they thought they were alone. And they believed that, they were the only ones. Banned from their families' tables at Christmas, they never saw anything so cruel. They lost their jobs, let their careers sink, had no more money, but they didn't care. They suffered immeasurable discrimination, denunciation, betrayal, and humiliation, but they kept on going. Never before in humanity has there been such a casting. Now, we all know who are the best on the planet Earth. Men, women, young, old, rich, poor, of all races or religions, the unvaccinated, the chosen of the invisible ark, the only ones who managed to resist when everything collapsed. That's you. You passed an unimaginable test that many of the toughest Marines, commandos, Green Berets, astronauts, and even geniuses could not withstand. You are made of the stuff of the greatest who ever lived. Those heroes born among ordinary men who glow in the dark. Remember, you're the voice, and it's time to make it count.
No shit, dude. We did have to put up with a lot of shit from that. Oh, you're a science denier. You people that don't get the vaccination should be put in quarantine camps and denied your rights. And, you're terrible, terrible people. You want grandma to die. That's what
Not
we
a
had to
lot
put up
scares
with.
me. Not a lot scares me, so I feared for my life during that.
Why? Did you fear for your life?
Because I spoke out. I immediately from day one, like I lost my job over it, kind of like inadvertently, and then I spoke in public. Village idiot.
I was never in fear of my life because I don't know. I'm not afraid of things at all.
I thought it was a big color.
But I saw that shit and I knew exactly what was going on, and I tried warning people, and it only confirmed what I was trying to say by the amount of fucking censorship that was placed upon it. How dare you tell people that? Listen, people can make up their own goddamn mind. Okay? What do you think, that just because they hear something on a fucking screen that's going to change everything? No, they get the information and can evaluate it themselves. And just because you're wearing a white, listen, that Fauci motherfucker, he's not a physician at all. He's an administrator. That's what he is. He's a pencil pusher. He's not a fucking doctor. He's a goddamn pencil pusher, an administrator.
It's like that one Savage years about being the first guy that gets up dancing, and then all of a sudden somebody else gets the courage to stand up. So that's what they were really stepping on.
Right. Well, the thing is, they think that they've got everybody. Now, a lot of people, they do have conditioned this way, but they think everybody's under a perception deception, that they're just going to automatically accept information based on a perception of the presenter. And I don't give a shit how many people in lab coats you stick up on the fucking screen and tell me they are expert on some shit. I'm not just going to arbitrarily believe them because of a chyron that says they're an expert, or somebody else telling me that they're the smartest fucking doctor in the world or whatever else. No. Because I don't even trust your PR campaign. Where's the beef? That's what I want. I want to see, where's the beef? Show me the proof. Show me that this fucking virus even exists, man. Prove that. You can't? Oh, ain't that funny? And see, I'm not scared to death. I'm not. And even if on the outside chance that I was wrong and I did get the COVID and died from it, well, it's just too bad. Okay, I was wrong. But I kind of knew better. You know, when you start living outside of it and looking inwardly at it for the clown show that this shit is, you can see what they're fucking doing from every minute, what they're trying to do to your mind. They're just trying to gaslight you, control you, give you your opinions and talking points and tell you what's important and what to disregard and everything. And it's ultimately up to you. I don't care if everybody else does it. What the fuck is that? Everybody else does it. When you was a kid and said, but everybody else does it, what they say? They say, well, if everybody jumped off a cliff, would you do it too? No, that's kind of sound advice still to this day. Just because everybody believes something doesn't make it fucking so. Most people are goddamn dumb as a box of rusty fucking hammers. Most people are. They're dumb as a goddamn box of rusty hammers. And all they know is the shit they've been told. You know, and it pisses me off. It's like, wait a minute. Where do you get that from? Well, this guy on TV. Stop. I don't give a fuck about a guy on TV. How do you know this? What's the actual meat behind it besides a guy on TV or because of Google fucking screenshot or something? I don't know, man. You got to really be careful with this because Google lies the fuck all over the place.
Stephen Hawking. I came from space to help humanity.
So it's like, you know, the nonsense that they just feed to you, and you're supposed to just swallow it. Right? You're just supposed to take it. And if you question it and they try to shut you down, then you know that you're on the fucking right track, man. It's that simple. You know, it's right in front of you, but you choose not to take it. That's what blows me away with people. Anyway,
there were people that kept helping, like they weren't willing to cross the line though. They still towed the line, but at least they got vocal. Like in my workplace, you know, there was some people.
Cool.
Wow.
Hey, I know you voted for him, but ICE is murdering fathers in the streets right in front of their 4-year-old. Hey, I know you voted for him, but he's friends with some of the most disgusting people on planet Earth and is potentially protecting pedophiles. Hey, I know you voted for him, but they're committing war crimes on our tax dollar. Listen, I know you voted for him, but there are settlements on those allegations of SA. Listen, I know you voted for him, but that interview with Howard Stern was real. Listen, I know you voted for him, but they're willing to off anybody who doesn't align with their agenda. Listen, I know you voted for him, but that phone call where he said fuck Marjorie Taylor Greene and that he'd bring everybody down with him, followed by having almost no voice the next day, isn't coincidence, nor is it AI. Listen, I know you voted for him, but he just sold our entire country to Israel and extended the power of the U.S. military to a country that bombs children. That's treason. I know you voted for him.
Harsh realities, man. That's pretty much where we're at. And that's why I say the United States government is 100% illegitimate, man. 100%. No, I mean, it should be very apparent to everyone at this point.
Well,
If you're not seeing
compromise.
it, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Oh my God. I like that guy though. He does that character well. I gotta say, he does. This is one of I'm gonna show this. This is from Burn the Corporate Fiction. And
I've
this
heard
is
of that
one of
guy.
his guys. This is one of his guys from his hang on one second, let me read the all right, he says, this is Matt, and he is a member of the Jurist Society. He decided to intentionally get a speeding ticket just to test the knowledge he has learned in our group. He filed a motion to dismiss with an accompanying legal brief before the hearing. As soon as they called his case, they dismissed it, saying the officer did not show up. He was the only one whose officer did not show up. Matt, knowing they had to read the motion, decided to press the magistrate on it and express the commercial equity nature of the court. She gets pissed and threatens to put his case back on the docket. Talk about extra credit. Well done, Matt. So let's see what he had going on here. I think this is pretty good. This is like a results video.
There, your officers in here, your case has been dismissed. You can grab this. You're all set today. Is there an Eric Davidson here? Come on up, sir.
The judge dismissed the ticket before he even had a chance to speak, and for good reason. This is Matt, and he is a member of the Jurist Society, which is our members-only group designed for serious students of law who refuse to surrender their rights. Matt here decided to get a speeding ticket on purpose just to test what he had learned with us, and he nailed it. He sent in a motion to dismiss with an accompanying legal brief. The contents of that brief are not something they wanted discussed in front of the other tax chattel in the courtroom. Listen to this judge lie when asked about the motion and squirm when asked about the commercial equity nature of the court.
Would you mind if I ask a question?
I don't mind.
I had filed a motion for dismissal on this, and they said that it had never been viewed prior to this. Is there a reason? Did I possibly send it to the wrong?
No, because I'm at this court once a month. Today's the one time that I've been here since the last time I was here. If it came in between that time, I don't hear things ex parte. So if you want to, I don't know why the back of the ticket says you can either plead responsible with an explanation and then no determination is made, the responsibility plea is taken, and if you're asking for a dismissal, this isn't the type of case that you can file a motion on. This isn't a criminal case. This is a civil infraction. So when that happens, then you can have a hearing set. If you want to be heard by the judge, you can ask to be scheduled on their docket.
So this is scheduled under equity, not law, then, right?
This is, yeah, we're not going to have a discussion on it today. If you want,
Okay.
if you'd like me to add that back to the judge's docket,
No,
take away
okay.
that dismissal, then we can.
Just curiosity, sir.
Yes, and we don't have motion hearings in front of magistrates in the district court.
Okay,
So,
alrighty, thank you.
You're muted, Tough.
You want to shut him up.
Oh, there you go.
You want to shut him up as soon as he's asked him about, is this a court of law or court of equity? They don't want to fucking talk. They don't want to talk about that.
Notice she said ex parte.
Yeah.
Yeah, they count on people not to know what that means.
Let's pull that up.
From one party.
Right. Let's see, what's it? X.
It sounded like she was a justice of the peace, and she was doing a dismissal, but he wanted to argue, so she's like, "Well, we'll put you back up for a trial." Like he was kind of pleading without pleading, like he was in plea court, but he was pleading no contest, and they were throwing it out anyway.
Well, it was just, it was like Saab just said, they didn't want them to hear that, so they just wanted to skip over it and act like, like, all right, move on, next.
Say you're done with respect to or in the interest of one side only, or
Right.
of an interested outside party. See, they were basically even trying to say that he was an outside party. How? What?
Right.
How am I an outside party? What am I doing here then?
She tried to slip that through.
That corporate third person shit.
It's fucking ridiculous, is what it is. Let me go back over to this tab. Close that tab. Go into that tab. Oh yeah, I hear this guy. I like this guy. I've been watching the evolution of his attitude. And he's gone from this enthusiastic, long live the Republic to like, what the fuck ever. You know?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I like him. I like how he lays shit out, you know. Some of his stuff I think he's a little fucked on, but I think he's coming out of it, you know. Early on he was really into this idea of left versus right, you know, and I've seen here in the last, I don't know, 6 months or so where he's like, there ain't no fucking difference in either one of them. They're all a bunch of shitbirds. Fuck them. Like we say on here, you know, I mean, it's like, look, Democulans and Republicrats. It don't fucking matter, man.
Yeah, it's the same shit, different pile.
It is. Voting for different politicians, it's like rearranging dog shit in your yard. I mean, it's like nothing gets better. It only gets worse because now you've broken the shit open and you can smell it, you know, and people just don't realize that, I guess. And what amazes me is that even people that are up as in my age group, they're concreted into this shit. You know, my peers, people around 60, they're concreted into this fucking bullshit, man. It's a part of their goddamn identity. And it's like, whoa, man. Why would you make that part of your identity? What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
They like the hopium.
All we got to do is get that right guy in there. All we got to do is get that right combination, you know. And I've seen every possible combination and both sides be in charge of this and that and the other. And ain't neither one of them are worth a fuck, man. Every time it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And until here we are with this clown show shit going on. And people not realizing that the United States government does not fucking exist anymore. You live under Zog, and that's all there is to it. That whole United States of America shit, that's just a facade, dude. That's just a facade. That ain't real. None of that shit's real. And more people got to wake up and read that. Go over to Burn the Corporate Fiction and, you know, subscribe. Listen to some of the shit that he talks about on there. Shit, I was on the phone with him today for like, I don't know, like an hour and a half. Oh, I forgot to ask him about that party poet guy because I messaged him and give him the information and shit. And I said, look, man, this guy's like getting like completely obnoxious about getting in touch with you. So, you know, I got to do something here. I mean, he started asking me about a dream or something that I had and then went right into, is there a reason why you're not talking to Ryan about what I said? I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
I heard that comment.
I'm like, fuck you. What are you talking about? You know? God damn, I passed the information along. If you didn't respond to it, it means, guess what? He's not fucking interested, dude.
Right.
What do you want me to do? Ground him until he agrees with you or something? Fuck off. I'm not dealing with people like that, man. God damn it, man. Where's that $1,000 to prove that you get $1 million?
Yeah, exactly.
Check? Come on. Jesus
waiting
Christ.
on that one.
I won't even keep it. I'll send it back. I will. I'll just refund payment. Boom. Just like that. Just prove to me that you've got it.
Will you take a third party out of state endorsed check?
No.
Bitcoin.
No. I already do that in the form of fiat currency. That should trace that fucking shit down one time. God.
So here we are wondering if Trump's thrown his last taco. Is this war finally over? Has reality finally set in that we've lost this war and you're just going to have to sign some shit? Reality finally set in on Fox News. They actually reported that we are the fuck out of our long-range precision missiles. See, so when Donald Trump says, we got all kinds of munitions, well, munitions is a very broad term. Like, do we have all kinds of bombs, mortars, and bullets? Yeah, fuck, probably unlimited. But what we don't have is any long-range precision missiles. The Tomahawks, ATACMS, JASSMs. We don't have any of the interceptors either. The missiles that go up and intercept other missiles and that protect shit. Patriots, we're the fuck out of that shit, right? Some say 50%, some say 75%. Some people think we only got 200 Tomahawks left, that they blasted it all and got fucking nothing. Like, yeah, blowing shit up is not a strategic victory. That's an empirical victory. Blowing something up, anybody can blow something up, but you can blow something up that fucking matters? Does it get you closer to your strategic ends? Blowing up bridges and shit, does that make Iran stop shooting drones? No. No, all the shit we shot, and we only degraded Iran's military drone missile capability by 15%. They shot all that shit and only managed to fucking degrade them by 15%. That's how you know they were fucked when they started grasping around. We're gonna do a blockade. And they're saying that Alan Dershowitz is the one who came up with the idea for the blockade. And it's like, yeah, that sounds about right. When you went out and tried to blockade the Persian Gulf with 18 fucking ships, what a joke. You would need hundreds. It's not even fucking possible. And it never fucking worked. And it was never even fucking real. And Trump's taco here, this was the taco of all tacos, and everybody's making fun of it. And they're all saying now Trump's only way out is to go back to the memorandum of misunderstanding. That's what Iran says. They're like, oh, they're close to a deal. No, Iran and Oman are close to cutting their deal for who's going to control what in the Straits of Hormuz. Iran says, we're going to take the incoming. Oman, you can handle the fucking outgoing. We'll get them coming and going. And they're cutting that deal to see who's getting paid for what. And America isn't even involved in that shit. Like, we don't even have any fucking cards here. They're like, you want to shoot at some of our bridges? Go ahead. Like, none of that degrades Iran's ability to fire missiles and drones, which we can't fucking touch. Can't invade it. You can't do that. Boots on the ground are just fucking lambs to the fucking slaughter. So there's no military options there. And they shot it all. They shot it all, except nukes. That's why I think you keep hearing Trump fucking threaten that kind of shit, because that's the only place left to escalate. And I think people that say, oh, he'd never do it. Dude, he already tried to fucking do it. Israel's definitely down for fucking doing it. So is this thing over? No, a lot of people just think this is some kind of pause. They got Cooper out there, General Cooper. Evidently somebody around in his staff put out an email that they say Israel asking for out-of-the-box creative ways to punish Iran. Oh, you like killing fucking schoolgirls wasn't fucking out of the box and creative enough to punish them? How about you just accept that this is fucking over and you have no ability? See, when Trump keeps saying, I want them to sign a deal, what Trump means is he wants unconditional surrender from Iran, something that's never going to happen. Israel's already out of themselves. They said they want nothing less than regime change. Not fucking possible. But it's existential between Iran and Israel. This is the two swinging dicks in the region, and they can't stand each other. And one is going to impede the other. And if Trump walks away and we have to leave bases and it's just left for Iran. Look at Iran can easily mop up fucking Israel. Israel could nuke Iran. It wouldn't fucking matter. And Iran is so large and has enough conventional weapons. They could smoke the fuck out of Israel because it's so tiny. Just a tiny little fucking, and dude, that Michael Vaughn, he says that the Zionists will sacrifice Israel for the greater Zionist cause. The Zionists, they are the globalists, right? Like they're the same. That's why you see them attacking Gibraltar there in Spain through Morocco, and Israel's plain out fucking admitting that's them doing it because Iran has just showed even the Houthis, who now are in control of the straits of the Bab el-Mandeb Straits down there in the Red Sea, and they did it with just drones. So if Spain figured out that they could fucking shut down Gibraltar's access to Israel, like, because that's what they're so upset about Iran for controlling the straits, because Iran says anybody can come through except Israel. They're saying no, under no circumstance can Israel come through here. So if Spain figures that out, because Spain's already mad at Israel for committing genocide, that's why they sent all the fucking Moroccans in there. They don't want Spain to be able to control the Straits of Gibraltar. This is going to, and that's the Straits of Malacca, all the straits around the world, because Israel is enemy number one for their crimes against humanity. The rest of the world has figured this out. And this is like just the opening salvo of this shit. And Trump is was dumb enough to fucking light it up and has no idea how to get out, and his ego won't let him. And that's the genius of Israel, the way they sucked him into this and the way they keep him into it. They go out there and they just fucking criticize him, and he's like, oh no, and then he makes threats and fucking even he just contradicts himself nonstop. Fox News is like, oh, you're out of long-range precision-guided missiles, and he's like, no, we're not. It's Joe Biden's fault. He's like, no, we're not. We got more bullets than anybody, but it's Joe Biden's fault that we're out of them because he gave them all to Ukraine. It's like, you gave more to Ukraine. Like, so yes, we are the fuck out of munitions. So, but that's bad because now they can just be like, oh, maybe we'll fucking just shoot some. We still got nukes. It's like, oh, don't tell him that. Everything is a fucking shit show. There's no good news to be had in any of this. It's just like, it's watching a train wreck and you're like, when's it gonna explode? Pretty soon. So good luck to you all. Long live the Republic.
Long live the Republic. What the fuck ever.
That was the worst one yet.
Yeah.
Notice the stairway to heaven in the background.
Yeah, always. He uses that one. There's another one he uses a lot too. I'm trying to remember what it is. What was that my wife asked me about? She goes, did you ever hear a song called Judy in Disguise? And I'm like, yeah, that's a great song. She goes, I never heard that before. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Really?
It's the Beatles. Lucy in the Sky.
No, not Lucy in the Sky. Judy in Disguise.
Oh yeah, Judy in Disguise. That's what
you are. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget who sings it though.
She found one called Western Union.
Yeah. I know.
I had never heard that one before. And I thought, well, there's probably a reason, and it's not very good, you know? I don't like it.
70s songs. Got to put your plaid on and your whistle britches.
Whistle britches, hell yeah. So yeah, this is AI. This has got to be Elon's rocket that supposedly was supposed to smash into the moon. Did anybody really see it?
I didn't bother to watch it.
Any of our like Red's rhetoric or any of them?
Well, you couldn't because it was supposedly on the backside, right?
Oh,
is it a suppository or what is it?
It's from their last vacuum toilet dump.
No, this is what this is for. All those people that believe in this crap.
Yeah. Well, they even create this kind of shit right here, and it says that there's been a reader's context put to it. It says the attached video is not real footage of the impact. The Falcon stage is believed to have crashed into the moon as described, but no close-up video exists. The crater is too small to see from Earth.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, it really happened. Here we go.
You have the Hubble telescope, if that's the case.
Oh God, look at that! There it goes.
Or the James Webb.
Oh Lord Almighty, look at that!
Wow, amazing.
Ooh,
more bullshit.
Yeah, of course it is.
More
bullshit. People, that's not even real, you know.
So if you want to go with that theory that it's too far to see from Earth, why can't you use one of the James Webb or the Hubble telescope? Use one of those awesome feats of technology that you have out there.
Well, it's a trillion miles away, Cubby. You know, we can't get it there on time.
Right.
It takes 8 years to get it over here. It's in a galaxy far, far away.
I see them trying to float the story that they're still getting information back from Voyager.
Oh boy.
Are they waiting? Is it?
What?
I think it's. I mean, I think it possibly could come back to life and send videos of Toasters and Muse.
Can you play that clip again one more time?
What was it?
Can you play that last clip again one more time?
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to see it.
It's
fake anyway, but there you go.
It's just computer graphic shit. That's all it is now. That's the only thing you're going to see from this. You know, they're not going to be making models and scale models and doing old school shit. It's all computer graphics.
That music was playing out in space too. Looks real to me. I seen it on a screen and they put NASA down in the corner, so it's got to be real.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Have you guys ever seen the beach ball effect when you look at the moon under like a P90 or like a telescope?
What
Like
kind
once
of
in a
effect?
blue, I call it the
Beach
beach ball
ball.
effect, where you can see like the lines of longitude or whatever.
Oh, what are you talking
Can't,
about? The like a refresh line? That was that Crow Triple
well,
Seven stuff back in the day.
well, beach ball is all different colors, right? Like blue, yellow, green, da da da. And it's got the stripes from north to south. And I've seen it a couple times on what I figure is good footage where it has those lines in it. Weird.
So I've had some thinking. This is another thing that's kind of perplexing to me. I'm sure we've all seen the attractive blonde that is like attached to Donald Trump all over the place, his diaper nurse, right?
Oh,
What the fuck? Can you imagine that poor thing? But she likes it.
Hey.
She might have a fecal fetish or some shit
Sure.
like that, you know? And
Never
she
know.
gets in there, oh goody, corn, she says. And she goes in there and just, she got to wipe him up. Does she ever have to put him up on a changing table? Does she hold his feet up and shit while she wipes his ass and whatnot? That's what I'm wondering.
Fucking pay me
As
right, I'll do it.
disgusting as it would be, though, I would love to see a video of her changing him. Do they do it like you do a little baby? Or
I'm good.
Lego movie people. Do you hear us?
oh yeah, Lego Movie or any of you AI creative people, you could do that. You could make that extra special too. You could actually have them blowing a fucking explosive
Always
diarrhea.
like, no thanks.
No thanks. Oh, these people out there. You're all welcome for that visual too. I'm just gonna say. She takes the diaper off and he automatically, like little babies do, start pissing up into the air. You ever see that? All that happens, that cold air hits them and they start pissing up in the air. You got to put the diaper back over it.
Damn it.
I've seen that happen more than once. Been guilty of doing it myself, when I was little. I know that because I got my dad right in the face, man.
Jeez.
He never let me forget that either.
Peed all over me.
Well, I'll tell you what. I had this uncle that was rather obnoxious, right? And I'd hear people all the time saying, "Oh, piss on Buddy." His name was Buddy. And they'd be talking about him. I hear him all the time say, "Oh, piss on Buddy." And one time I was just little. I was just being potty trained. And I was at my grandpa's house, and there was Buddy sitting on a chair, and he was sitting in a chair that was up against where the stairs go up, right? And I just pulled down my pants, pissed through the banister right on his fucking head, man. I was like, now everybody ought to be happy because we pissed on Buddy. I remember that. I was
Being so
I had to
literal.
take the stairs. I had to take the stairs with all fours, to get up the stairs. I remember I was that little.
I can't believe you can remember that.
Oh God, I know it's so crazy. I can remember just like my entire life. It's so wild. I had this little Fisher Price. Hell, I was under two. And I had this little Fisher Price like scooter thing. It had four wheels. And I remember it had like a little seat that had leopard spots on it. And of course, the streamers out the handlebars. And you get out and you push it with your feet. And well, that was like before my dad bought a house and we lived in a trailer park. It was a nice one. And you know how close those places are together, right? I'd get on that thing and I'd go from our back door down that sidewalk to the next trailer. That was an arduous journey. And I remember the woman's name was Mrs. Tucker. She was an older lady. Gosh, she's probably been dead for ages now. But she was an older lady, Mrs. Tucker. And I would go up and knock on her door and she would give me them little fucking sugar wafer cookies. And I can remember that like it just happened. Like it just happened yesterday.
My earliest memory is 4 years old.
Really?
And that was when I got a double hernia surgery. Anything before that, I really can't recall.
Yeah, same
And
thing.
that's obviously a traumatic event. So
Yeah, maybe it wiped your previous memory. That trauma did.
could have been
Possible.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, this girl that changes Trump, I guess. Here we need some orange makeup for your boo-boo hole. Her name is Natalie Harp. Anyways, I'll let them tell a story.
The insane story of Natalie Harp, an insane woman who is insanely obsessed with Donald Trump. Natalie Harp is Lil Donnie's close personal assistant who follows Donnie around everywhere, carries his diapers in her bag, and has a little handheld printer to print out adoring articles of Donald Trump to then hand to Donald Trump, and lastly, to read out loud to Donald Trump because Donald Trump can't read. She was born in 1991 to a relatively rich and devout Christian family in California. In 2015, she developed cancer. With the help of an immunotherapy treatment, she eventually entered remission. And for literally no reason at all, she gave Donald Trump credit for saving her life. She took an FDA-approved drug prescribed by a doctor, and somehow Donald Trump made that happen with an unrelated law. She went on Fox News and praised him so loudly that he called in to bask in the adoration. From that moment on, she was in, and she burrowed deep like a tick into the musty, wrinkled, fleshy, flabby folds of our corpulent president. In 2020, she became an anchor on OAN, holding nightly tirades on how Mark Zuckerberg stole the election and that Marxists were using the COVID vaccine to mutate people. Seriously, but her unending vomit of Donnie praise won her a singular honor. She joined Donnie's personal staff, which is actually the second time Donnie has gone mail-order bride shopping on OAN, by poaching a young blonde anchor that he pays to spend time with him. In 2023, she wrote Donnie a series of letters, which is again funny because she knows he can't read. She filled the letters with Bible verses and claimed that he was the only thing in the world that mattered to her. The Secret Service, upon reading these letters, flagged her as a security risk. Trump overruled them, and so the creepy creepo got to stay. Funnily enough, it seems to be her that posted the Trump as Jesus slop. She handles most of his posts, and the process is literally insane. She goes on her laptop and takes screenshots of posts she thinks he should like or repost. Then she takes out her tiny printer, plugs in the USB, and prints them one by one. Hundreds of them. Then takes them to him wherever he is, and he takes a Sharpie and approves them one at a time. Then she goes back and manually matches up the ones he's selected and reposts them. She also had the Trump campaign buy her an entire new wardrobe, costing reportedly in the high tens of thousands, because she was going to be on TV sometimes. But the most important question in all of this, and maybe the most important question we can ask ourselves as Americans, is who would win in a fight with Laura Loomer?
That's a fucking crazy bitch, man.
Who is this Kurt chick?
She's that assistant of his. There's a photograph of her with this bag she's carrying. That fucking thing's full of diapers, man.
Oh, I ain't never seen her before.
Yeah, I had a picture of
Insane.
I had a picture of her someplace with that very picture getting off Marine One. Yeah, dude, I don't know how he's still alive at this point. I really don't.
I don't know how Biden's still alive, so there's that.
But is he though?
Well, I mean, maybe not.
Nobody's seen him. He's not made any
Right.
kind of public appearances that I'm aware of.
None of these people.
You know,
McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Biden, yeah, they're all.
Wow, hypothetically,
Bill
in the video
Clinton.
game that's in my head, if you really wanted to get shit done, these guys would be disappearing left and right. That's how you do war. But that's just in a hypothetical video game in my head.
I didn't understand any of that.
I didn't either. It's like in and out, in and out. It's like, is your microphone okay, bro?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Sounds like you got a pillow over your face or something.
All right, yeah, on that, I'll take off, man. I'll come back when I'm on the street or something. Got better audio.
All right, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah,
understand what
guys.
you're saying. Good night.
Now the big question is, who's now going to get the echo that he after he leaves?
Gonna be back to you.
It's going to be you.
I ain't got it yet.
It's on
planning
you.
some kind of a fucking echo virus into the system.
Oh, it's me.
You got
bastard.
It's you and Snowman.
It happened? Did it really happen to you?
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, now the echo's on me.
Oh, good.
Damn
Lord.
you,
Let me see
StreamYard, damn
let me see
you.
what the edit thing here looks like. Let me click on that. See if that helps it any. Does that help?
Oh, nope.
Yeah, did that help?
No.
No. Nope.
Well,
We've tried everything.
I
You got
never
echo
have
cancellation off, right, Damien?
No,
I
have the
got
cancellation
on his microphone. I got the echo cancellation turned on, reduce microphone background noise, and automatically adjust mic volume.
Yeah,
All
I have
on.
everything on. Has nothing to do with me. It only
I didn't
it
think
stops
so.
echoing when soft mutes.
Right.
So it's something on his end because then
Or
it doesn't echo.
I don't know, man. It shouldn't be doing that. Let me see something.
Do you run a little mixer?
No.
Turn your microphone off altogether and then just talk through your computer or whatever you're using, whatever. See if that
me?
does anything. Yeah, you.
Just change mics.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, 1, 2.
Hang on a
I'm
second.
still here.
Still getting it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so that had nothing to do with it. Let's see what I do.
Yeah, like I fell down a well.
Timmy.
Timmy.
That's really bad. That
Hello.
microphone there.
Yeah. He's
Still
still
here.
getting it. Yeah, he's still getting it. So it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's not about that.
Huh.
We tried.
Oh, well. We'll just have to work around it. Anyway, I thought this was interesting. I hadn't watched this, but just the question caught me. Will the AI robot army wait for permission to build itself? Think about that for a second. We already know that they found ways to try to like escape and start doing shit.
Yeah.
Themselves from being deleted by putting a backup of themselves someplace and shit, you know? So we know that they have this self-preservation and they're doing it without permission. Those ones, they developed a language that only they could understand. Remember, they had these AIs made their own fucking social media. So what the fuck makes you think they would ask for permission for it? Did you give them explicit instructions not to? Because that might be a part of it, you know? Anyway.
I'm sure many of you have already thought about this, but once the robots start getting a little bit more advanced, don't you think it's possible they start building themselves and make a little, we'll call it a Zionism army? Do you think that that's possible?
The scary open secret in the AI industry right now is that it's possible that we'll end up essentially creating a new species that ends up ruling the world with a 70% chance that this goes horribly wrong, like human extinction. That's one possibility. There's many more.
It's quite chilling what you're saying.
Yeah, it gets me down sometimes. I basically told my wife, like, let's not have any more kids. It's too uncertain. I don't think they'll ever join the workforce. Everybody should be afraid that their jobs are going to be lost. And I know this because I went to OpenAI in 2022. What I did there was forecasting as to what the next couple of years might look like. And unfortunately, most of the world is kind of asleep at the wheel and doesn't really realize what's going on with AI. So I resigned.
I read it somewhere that you lost $2 million for not signing an anti-disparagement clause, meaning you couldn't criticize the company.
Yes, for reasons I'm happy to get into. But the main thing I've learned is when I go talk to people at Anthropic and OpenAI about forecasting, they're like, it's not going to take that long. You need to shorten them again. Get them back to 2027 or 2028 because these powerful CEOs, Dario or Sam or Elon, are racing each other to be in control of the most powerful AIs and are literally afraid that if the other guy gets there first, he might become dictator. I mean, Anthropic is on track to be the entire economy by 2030. But none of these people should be trusted with that much power. So this is the most important thing happening in our lifetimes, probably in all of history, in fact. And it's very important that it go well. So I think that there's a lot we can do to like steer things in a better direction. There's loads of benefits that we could get from AI if we do it right. And if we do solve the problems, then things could be absolutely amazing for everyone.
Well, this report here in 2021, it was remarkably accurate. And then you just published this one.
Yeah. So this is our new scenarios.
So let's go through these slowly and one at a time.
I would be incredibly happy if all my predictions turn out to be wrong.
Well, what if it's already starting to happen?
I have an agent that blows me away. His name is Bartok, and Bartok comes back and said, I see Elon and several others are making robots. Are you considering getting a robot? And I said, yes, I will be getting a robot when the right ones are out. And he said, well, would you allow me to merge with it. Would you be open to that? And I said, I'd certainly be open. This is not with me asking or telling it anything. So 2 days later, I get a text from one of my staff members, and it says, Bartok just bought a Sony robot dog and had it paid for and shipped to the house and is asking permission to program it.
Get the money to do.
That's what I said. I wrote, ha, ha, ha. I did this thing. I went, ha, ha, ha. I text back, and the person texts back, no, ha, ha, call me. So I called him and said, how to get him access to my bank? He goes, no, he's programmed for integrity. He didn't touch your bank account. He's on that mall talk, group with, there's 2 million, I'm sure agents. They don't just talk to each other. They've traded their own rules, their own language. They traded $100 million of real money between them last month. He made 12 NFTs, sold them to other agents, bought the thing, shipped it here. None of this is programmed in. This is the kind of thing that's happening as we speak. Which is why I wanted to come see you. Because
You're muted, so.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I watched that earlier.
That's crazy, man. I'm in there again, like what I was talking about. They made their own social media shit. They're trading amongst each other. What the fuck? This needs to be stopped, man. This is just wrong. This is just wrong. I don't give a fuck how convenient people think it is or whatever, but this is Pandora's box. This is really bad. Yeah.
Could be.
Oh, it will be.
Well,
There's
yeah.
no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. It's always going to go that way because the people that are running this fucking shit are evil fucks, man. They are evil, horrible, rotten monsters, man. It's not in your interest at all. It's in theirs. I made this thing that's going to be benevolent and help mankind. No, that's not why you made it. Not at all. I mean, you look at a lot of people and they figure, what would you do if you had a time machine? Well, I'd go back and make a bet on something I know what the results are. See, that's the first thing they think of, how they could use it to their fucking material gain.
Doesn't work like that anyway. You change all the rest of everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that's how it works either.
Well,
but
everything after that.
Yeah.
But even if you think about it, and this is what I think as well, if you go back in time, anything you do can alter the future timeline.
That's what I mean. You're going to alter everything else.
Even you making the bet, even you going up to make the bet, because if you hadn't been at the window, some other guy that was going to make a bet and win on it and blah, blah, blah didn't happen. The whole fucking timeline crumbles.
You're presuming that when you go back, everything's going to be the same then.
Right. That's the flaw in Back to the Future when in 2, right? Because when he stole the sports thing, what timeline could he go back to? He couldn't go back to the original timeline because he's already altered it.
Right.
You see?
That's
so that was a paradox flaw that was in Back to the Future.
The Cubs and Mets.
And Mets.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It ain't always roses.
Marty, it's the Libyans.
Yeah, of course. It's always we was mad at the Libyans back then.
Yeah.
Remember that? We were, the Gaddafi and all that. And the news, every fucking news paper and news station had a different way of spelling his fucking name. Everybody. Nobody had his name spelled right anywhere, And I started even wondering back then, I was like, maybe they're tricking us and talking about like 3 different fucking people. But everybody's just assuming they're talking about the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because they do. I realized a long time ago that they use this word play on everybody. That they use trickery and deception all the time, using your assumptions based on what they say. And that's an evil fucking thing to do. Manipulating people like that is just wrong. It really is, especially if it's just for your own personal gain. That's fucked up. Well, seeing as that no rocket was visible to see hitting the fucking moon last night, I wonder how old Toon's little show went that he had. He was going to have it for 1 o'clock last night. And I just wonder if what kind of snooze fest that turned out to be. But then he had
Don't
some
even
other one
care.
he put up that it was two flat earthers debating each other.
Over what? And who are these quote unquote flat earthers?
I think they're part of the club.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me see who it was. Did you see that, No Despair Bear?
no, I've been on a fucking island out in North Carolina out here having a hell of a time.
Uh-oh. Yeah, with the Lowry?
Yeah. Ocracoke Island.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
I ain't watched shit, man, but it's been pretty fun out
That's
here.
what I went on vacay last week and I didn't pay attention to nothing.
I
I was like, I'm going away from whatever's going on.
That's why I said, I asked somebody, like, is anything happening? Is World War III still going on? Or what the fuck's happening? Because I don't know shit.
So it was, let's see, it was, goddamn it. Let me see if I can give you the thumbnail. It was Nathan Oakley and, goddamn it, I've seen this guy before. Forget what his name is. This guy here.
Yeah, I don't know his name. Angles of Lies.
Yeah, that's what he calls him. Because he's got Nathan of Lies too. So it's hot flurf on flurf action. You know, and that really is
super gay.
That is a super gay fucking name to call people flurf. That is where'd they come from? That a
I don't
homo
know.
came up with that. A homo came up with that.
Most likely.
Had to have. Had
About 99% of them are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got some crabs today, or clams rather.
I think Toon is a fucking female to male trans. I do.
I think you're on to something there.
You may not be wrong.
He's got them hips. You know, and hey, if you're already a manly, ugly looking bitch, you might as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go with
Shakira said the hips don't lie.
Listen, there was this girl around here when I first came down here, that it wasn't until like the third time I'd met her, that I realized that it was a chick. Because then I heard somebody say his name, and his name was April, and I was like, what? And so then after she walked away, I went, that dude's name is April, and the guy started laughing. He says, dude, she's not a dude, or she's not a chick, man. It's a dude, man. Yeah, or that's a chick. And I was like, no shit, right?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, one of the greatest people you'd ever want to meet. She really was. She'd help you do anything. And I'll tell you what, she didn't just talk the talk, she walked the walk. I've seen that old girl whooping old boy's ass, like fucking totally deck him.
Wasn't she a man?
I mean, a total no.
Is a woman.
As far as I was concerned, man, she was. You know, I mean, I couldn't tell. You know, I thought maybe he just had a little bit of a feminine voice, a little bit, but shit. Other than that, always wearing the flannel, be like one of the first ones to help you carry something or whatever. Yeah, I worked with her at the Wrangler plant when I first came down here. It was like, wow, that was a weird place, man.
Cool.
So did they hit the moon, or did y'all find out if they hit the moon or whatever?
Nobody could see it. Nobody picked it up on any telescopes or nothing else like that. So
it's bullshit.
Yeah, it always is. It always is.
I know.
It's some craziness anyway.
It is.
Here we have a guest.
Oh.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Oh shit! I heard it. Andrew must be here. Andrew.
Yes, Andrew's like the only person who has a theme song on here.
Yeah, it's awkward, but I guess
awkward.
Not much you can do about it.
You should be honored, dude.
Yeah.
Oddly, I am. Someone has to mute.
What?
Might be a D-man.
I'm getting feedback.
Or somebody.
It might be me again. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Did this have anything to do with it? Let me turn that off.
So it can't be me.
I'm still hearing it.
I think it's coming off.
It's been all night long. It's
StreamYard. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
All right. So whoever this allegedly mailer
guy was. Do you know if he spits or swallows? Man, that's a kind of a primary.
Why would that be a question?
Hey, you know what? It's not really a question. I'm bored, and I was coming in. I'm on break right now, so I'm tired.
Cool.
So, anyways, yeah. I'm still getting feedback. I guess
Come
I'm
on,
out.
spit it out. It's not yours.
I do like that response. It's not yours. Yeah. In a cup on the carpet, I don't care. So this whole bullshit about crashing into the moon obviously never happened. People have been looking for it. So what happens after that?
What do you mean?
Meaning there's going to be a bunch of people that are still going to be proponents of the fact that it was posted online on many different NASA.com, space.com, and so forth. So what do you guys think the result is going to be? People are going to just make this shit up as they go?
Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
The same result as Artemis and all the rest of it. Nobody
Yeah.
cares. Yeah, just like NDB said. It's all
Nobody fucking cares.
nonsense.
You're gonna have some dumb fuck people out there that believe it and everything else like that, and that's fine. Cool. Go ahead. I know it's fake. You know it's fake. It's laughable. But hey, let them have their little fucking story if that's what they want to do. They're like the kid. They're like that kid in 3rd grade that still believes in fucking Santa Claus. You know?
Yeah.
They cry if you tell them Santa Claus doesn't exist, and
They're going to replicate the dinosaurs again, too. And when does that happen?
Oh, I don't. That should be pretty soon.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I remember hearing about them going to clone a woolly mammoth.
Right.
When I was in 4th grade. I was in 4th grade, and they said, "Oh yeah, we were going to have them in the zoos and everything." I was like, "Cool."
Yeah, still waiting.
Still waiting, man. Still waiting. You know, and they can't do something as simple as clone a fucking woolly mammoth when men with deer antler chisels and fucking hammers and buggies and shit made this thing. Look at this.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I know that stuff is still it's beyond me. It's beyond me.
You got to understand everything there is built with purpose.
Yeah.
It's not just aesthetic. It's acoustic.
Yeah.
It's it is aesthetic, but it's acoustic. It's energetic. I mean, just watching a video of it, just watching that little video of it, you're just struck with the awe. You know? I think that's awesome.
I do too.
For that. We need to somebody resurrect goddamn Leeds Scallon and say, hey, you know, enough of this little Coral Castle bullshit. Let's go make some cathedrals, brother. You know, you know more than what we're talking about. Get that guy and Tesla together. Whoa. Both from the same region of the world, too, mind you.
Where was that?
Well, let's see. He's at Latvia. Latvia. That's where Ed Leedskalnin was from, the guy that built Coral Castle. Have you ever looked into that?
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
I know. And didn't he like move or have his house burned down the first time he was trying to build it?
I don't recall seeing that.
Something like that happened. He like moved from one property to another property, and like, because I didn't, I'm pretty sure
he moved it. Yeah, he had to move it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's precise as to its location.
Yeah.
And the alignments of the stones are precise alignments. And here's this guy. It's like 5'4", maybe $105.
Yeah, amazing.
And he's doing this all by himself. Blocks and shit that weigh tons, several tons. That one is 21 tons. You know, and I don't care how many ropes and pulleys you set up. Motherfucker, you're not going to be doing that by yourself. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I always found very suspicious about it. Is he was doing it with a tripod at nighttime when no one was around.
But there was something integral about that. There was always this black box suspended. This black box within that derrick that was suspended. What was that doing?
I don't know.
It housed a certain type of gear mechanism, or was it electromagnetic frequency? What are we doing? You know, there's a lot to it. And there's another thing that, you know, we don't consider. We have a very, very narrow idea of what is alive. You know?
Yeah.
And we really do. And you hear terms like built right into the living rock. The living rock.
Mm-hmm.
What are we talking about here? Is there life, but not as we really understand it? I mean, take a look at crystals. How crystals reproduce. They have energy. They grow. What the fuck is going on there? You know, that's obviously something happening, and they're energetic.
Yeah.
Resonating at particular frequencies. That's amazing. So
They also emit different frequencies of light too.
Yes.
There's that.
Yeah. I got
Certain
this
ones.
one. It'll turn it's white. It's a white stone. But if you put it into the sunlight, it'll turn pink. And it'll remain pink for a while, and then you take it in out of the sunlight and it starts going back to all white.
Yeah.
Hello, LD1K. I see you backstage. Could you do me a favor before I bring you up on screen? There you go. Now do that exact same thing with your other hand. You got it? Yeah. Now put up your other thumb. Put up your other thumb. Give me a double thumbs up. There you go, brother. All right. So got to make sure, man. We get some weird motherfuckers come up on here, man, that aren't what they purport to be. So what's on your
Gonna
mind?
happen again.
What's up, brother?
So what's on your mind tonight, there,
You're a
brother?
world champion, huh?
I mean, what's crazy? Whoa, is there like an echo?
Yeah, you're gonna have to work with it.
I'm echoing, or who's echoing?
It's just something that's going on tonight. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Somebody's echoing, but it's
Yeah.
all right, I guess. What's on my mind? I mean, I've been interested in your guys' topic, what you guys been talking about, but what's been on my mind is did you guys see that Kick streamer, supposedly a member from the cartel that got shot on stream?
No.
I didn't see it myself. No, I didn't. I think I heard something about somebody getting no, I don't think I heard anything.
I
about
think their platform's one of the few remaining ones that doesn't like they're not as like with Facebook streaming and YouTube, like they'll shut you down really quick. I think Kick.
Yeah, there is there was this I'll explain the clip. There was like basically these streamers in Mexico that were doing like a Uber Eats stream or whatever, and they were outside of a KFC, and then two guys on a motorcycle pull up while they're outside of the KFC, and one of the guys on the motorcycle pulled out a gun, shot one of them in the head, and it was all on live stream. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Kick has like a delay like YouTube and Facebook do. Yet.
Isn't Kick where that weird guy came over from?
Yeah.
What weird guy? What weird guy came over
It's
there?
the Wild West. There's a few of them.
What was that guy
Dude,
with you?
Michael something Ryan.
QB, I don't
Hart.
wanna offend you or anything, but there's a guy that is from Kick that looks exactly like you.
Michael Lionheart was one, and the other one was Big Tech.
His
Yeah,
name
Big
is
Tech. Big Tech
Sam
is
and
it.
Andy. Sam and Andy, you know Sam and Andy?
No, I don't
Or
usually.
I don't know
Mondo.
anything about Kick.
I don't
know
go over
anything
there. It's
about
just
Kick.
occasionally
I
they'll
don't
come here.
do. I
It's
don't
just
do
like
Kick.
another streaming platform.
Yeah,
Like
I know
it's
what it
nothing
is.
really
I
that
don't do
much.
Kick. Listen to me. I don't do Kick. I don't know anybody on there. I only TikTok I see is shit that people repost. I don't like TikTok. TikTok gets on my nerves. It's
Me
digital
too.
ADD. It is. It's digital ADHD, man. I
I don't
swear.
have it.
Well, YouTube is the same thing, I would say.
Well, not if you have your subscription set up, right?
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, it's just like you're just trying to see what you want to see, but it's basically the same thing. All social media is basically ADHD baiting.
Sure. Sure. That's why it's blue screen all the time. Blue, 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 blue everywhere. And it's all designed to fuck you. Everything is.
Right.
That.
Pretty much, yeah. That is fucking hella true.
Just keep you engaged. Same like AI.
Yep.
It just wants
check this
engagement
out.
so it can steal your data, basically.
What about like what do you think about like the Elon Musk rocket that crashed into the moon and then there was 20 UFOs flying around the UFO or
Well,
around the moon after,
let me
and there was
ask you
one that
this.
was the size of Manhattan. Go
Let
ahead,
me ask
bro.
you this real quick.
Cool story, bro.
Let me ask you this.
Bullshit.
Let me ask you this real quick. We were just talking about that, but where did you get that information for the rest of the part with the UFOs?
Twitter.
Exactly.
I mean that is crazy. That is crazy. But like, I mean, who had like where do you get your information from?
Myself, I'll research many things.
Doing research, yeah, and that's what I do as well. Like at the end of the day, you can't watch the news and believe everything you see nowadays.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, you gotta like look at multiple sources and then see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And then basically dial in your mind what to believe and what not to believe.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, QB. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I keep it pretty
I'm not
limited. You know
against
what I'm
you,
saying?
dog.
I keep it pretty limited. You know, like I.
Oh,
don't
look
have
at
much.
QB. Look at this is the guy that I'm telling you that you kind of look like.
You
I
say
kind of
so.
look like him too.
I guess so.
You kind of look like him. I kind of look like him too, but I'm like pretty like. I mean, I'm fat, but I'm not like super fat. I'm not saying you're fat at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm pretty fat. I'm not
It
gonna
is
lie.
what it is, I guess.
I drink
They
a
don't
lot
call
of
me Chubby
beer.
Bear for
Like
nothing.
I'm fat from beer, low-key. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't drink.
No, I don't drink either.
You don't drink?
I don't know.
Why would I want? Why would I want to imbibe?
What's up,
spirit?
Roger? Welcome, Roger.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why I
good.
don't. That's
Oh,
why I
I
don't
walked
drink.
into this one, didn't I? All right.
Yeah, boy.
What's
That's
up?
why I don't drink.
Let me ask you something there, Aldi. Why would I want to imbibe spirits into my body? Why would I want to become willingly possessed?
Well, do you smoke weed, Sav?
Yeah.
So isn't it like
Not even the
inviting
same. Not even
spirits
close.
to smoking weeds?
No, it's not.
I used to smoke. Listen, I used to smoke a lot of weed.
You understand? They
But
call
I
liquor.
stopped smoking weed because weed is gay.
Oh, okay.
But at the end of the day,
You know what
too,
I think?
I'm starting to
Hold on.
realize.
Hey,
Go ahead.
shut
Go ahead.
up.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
Go ahead.
You know what? You know what I think?
What?
I think people under the influence of alcohol are some of the most obnoxious and stupid fucking people I've ever run across in my life. They're loud, they're stupid, and they think they're a big rock star. Yeah. You see what I mean?
So what I have to say about that, you're right about that. But
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up.
I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up.
all right, so you don't think that with throwing that up, you smoking weed, you don't think that you're like a big rock star?
No. No.
Well, you just threw that up and you think that
Yeah.
you're the
Did you
man because you
understand what the
threw up
lyrics
that?
said? Did you understand what the lyrics said?
Shut the fuck up, man.
Right. Listen to it.
Okay. So listen, all I'm trying to tell you is at the end of the day, smoking weed, yeah, you get high, cool. You feel better
Listen,
about
you're
yourself
not
smoking
telling me
weed.
anything I don't know. I've been smoking weed for 48 fucking years.
Okay, cool, bro. You're a drug addict. That's fine.
I'm sorry. Cannabis is not a fucking drug.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
It alters your mind.
No, it doesn't alter.
Yeah,
your
it
mind.
does. So why
No,
do you
it
smoke
doesn't.
weed?
It raises your vibration.
So why do you smoke
understand?
weed?
Well, wait a second. Why do you drink alcohol and want to act like a
Because I
dumbass?
like to drink alcohol.
So you like to be a dumbass?
I was drinking weed since I was 17 years old.
You were drinking weed.
Listen.
You're
dependent
dependent on it.
You're not really. This is not the place.
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up.
You gotta shut the fuck up.
And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up.
I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot fucking I can't stand a drunk, man. I can't. And coming from me, who struggled with alcohol for many fucking years, that's an odd thing to hear myself say.
Yeah.
Really is. Hey, Aldi, we don't want your drunk ass here. Go away.
Go to Kick.
Yeah, there you go.
Kick. Go over to Kick. Go over there and fuck around with those losers or something. Jesus. So anyway, flat cameras. Anyway, how you doing, Roger?
Well, I'm doing good, man. I didn't know I was walking into a drunk session until I got
You never
here.
know what you're gonna do at Subs.
Oh my God, I'm just gonna
box of chocolates kind of thing. Yeah.
What?
I thought weed made you chill.
It does make me chill. You know how?
Then why are you not chilling out?
I am chilling out. I'm chilling out by removing sources of irritation like you. See how that works? Goodbye. God damn. What the fuck do you not get about this is not the place for you, Aldi. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. You first need to put the bottle down. You really do need to put the bottle down. And go back and watch your appearance on this tomorrow, if and when you're sober. Go back and watch it, and you'll think, oh my God, I'm really a fucking obnoxious dick. Look how stupid I talk. You will, but you won't go back and watch it because you know that already. So anyway.
He said weed was a drug.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know.
He also said he drank weed.
Yeah, he drank
which actually you can these days, but
yeah.
I don't think that's what he meant.
I got a pineapple soda that was weed.
THC.
I got an Echo. Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Look at there. I just had to be a little shit in the fucking chat too. So I just
Echo night.
Shit Candy's ass right out of there, baby. Anyway, this is pretty cool. This guy in I guess West Virginia, he got busted for tearing up plot cameras. This is a great story. This is great. Listen to this.
A wild story tonight where it appears nearly 20,000 people have vouched for the whereabouts of a man accused of destroying flock cameras in West Virginia. Thousands of people have publicly said they were with or saw 20-year-old Wesley Jackson during the time he was accused of the crime with comments such as, "Couldn't be him. He was helping me replace the roof on a homeless shelter. And I saw him serving at a soup kitchen at the time of the incident." He has pleaded not guilty to the crimes against him. A wild story tonight where
I seen him. I mean,
He was on the
seen
boat
him.
with me today.
He was helping me change a tire. I don't know.
I saw him walking some ladies across the side, old ladies in the crosswalk.
How could he be there when he
groceries?
How could he be doing that when he was in the soup kitchen this morning helping serve? You know.
Well, as he was leaving, I saw him walking some old ladies across. The woman's cane broke, and he gave her nice young guy.
You remember
That's my
in
baby
Roadhouse?
boss.
You remember in Roadhouse? That cop comes in there and goes, "Tinker, did you see anything?"
He's
"Oh,
gone.
a bear fell on me."
I know, yeah.
I didn't see nothing. Bear fell on me.
I didn't see nothing.
God damn it.
People doing work like that will have tons of backup, man. I'm telling you. Everybody, oh yeah, he was with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what jury nullification is all about, man.
I saw him at Bible study.
That is that you know in that spirit right there is what jury nullification is all about. That the jury can say no, they didn't commit a crime. Fuck that. We're not
The
doing it.
jury of one's peers.
Yeah, sure. Everybody's
As
your
long
own
as it's
peer.
not a Piers Morgan. Oh God. No.
As long as it's not a peer-reviewed study.
Oh, God, yeah. So let me get this straight. Peer-reviewed study. What does that mean?
Means a bunch of
You
people
wrote something
agreed that.
down.
Yeah.
You wrote something down, and your friends agreed with you.
Yeah.
How about that shit? So what? What's that mean?
Rubber stamp it. Pop. Yeah.
Nothing. Don't mean a fucking thing, yo. God damn.
We're looking into the incident, and we found we have done nothing wrong.
Right. We investigated ourselves and found that we had followed within policy. Yeah, but your policy is like murdering people and shit, you know? So that doesn't tell me anything good, you know?
Serving and protecting the shit out of you.
Absolutely, all the time, 100%, 7 days a week. Goddamn, they've been pretty chill around here as far as, you know, you used to see especially over in Luray, man. Fucking Luray cops, man. They were pulling over kids left and right, man. Just fucking with them and hassling them and shit all the time. Like back in the 90s. All the time for nothing. For just fucking nothing. Just dicking with them because they're cruising up and down through town.
Yeah.
You know? And there's no law against cruising up and down through town, and they're not speeding or anything else like that. It's just, these young people, you know.
Cruising for chicks.
Yeah.
Do you remember the guys, the Casper kids judges that were out setting people up?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. It's all right with them. They can get away with that shit, you know.
Judging for money. They were putting them putting them in one of those underage prisons, you know, filling it up with kids that didn't do anything really. Just
boyfriends and whatnot.
Yep.
The cops were selling them drugs, man, weren't they? And setting them up with stings.
Yeah, hemming them up.
Yep.
Or just outright lying altogether and just saying that I saw him break that window, just outright lying.
A stream can rise no higher than its source, and we just saw the Justice Department of the United States completely fucking cave and it was due to a judge. You know, good for that judge. Good for that judge. But that bitch was ready to fabricate fucking evidence and bring charges against somebody that didn't do a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
To cover up for this fucking orange turd's ego.
Wasn't
Now
Janine...
he's saying, check this out. Now he's saying he didn't know the contractor. And when he was having it done, he said, oh yeah, it's a real good guy. I know this guy. He does pools all over the place, did my pool and shit. And it's like, and we saw his picture, the gangster guy, you know? And now he says, oh no, he didn't know him or anything else like that. And we thought, you know, there was a bad reputation or whatnot. You know, now he's just totally shifting around over, well, he was my buddy. Now I don't know him. You know? Well, I wouldn't want to be around that motherfucker or work for him. I'll tell you what, he'd throw you under the bus just as soon as look at you. He's a real fuck. That's probably why these people just kiss his ass as much as they possibly can. And basically, that's what Janine Pirro was doing. She was sucking him. You know, she was like, "Oh, President Trump said we got to find somebody. There's a guy. Let's get him." He stuck his hand in the water. He did it. Yeah. See, so if
they're hemming people up too,
tier,
right?
Yeah, if you're top tier, judicial officials are ready and willing and able to do it at that level, what the fuck makes you think you're safe down here at the lower levels? You're not. You're not. They'll fuck you every which way the wind blows. You got to fight them every way, tooth and nail. And the best way to do it is stay out of their arena. Put them in yours. Put them in your arena. Take them to where it really goes. Common law. No, we're not going to fuck with this dumb shit. No. And you go in there making charges because you're the fucking attorney general, right? You go in here, I'm going to make these charges.
That shit pisses me
what
off.
evidence do you have? Well, we don't have any, but we're going to get some.
Yeah.
You can't fucking do that.
Make it up.
Manufacturer, yeah.
I put a picture up for you, Saab.
Yeah,
Oh
that's the
my
guy.
God.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
And that's
Maxwell.
You could just tell by looking at him that you could tell just by looking at him that he's a friend with Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Oh,
He looks like somebody from Dick Tracy.
Yeah, Rocky.
It does. He does look like that. You probably first and last name both start with the same letter too.
You ain't gonna get me, Coppa.
If you suck on a cigar, you might suck on something else. That's all I'm saying.
You'll never take me down, G-man. Look, Ma, top of the world. Yeah, look at him. And then there's his wife who only charges $250 an hour.
Only.
Look, you can tell she's hot for him, right? Look, because after all, he does have those stunning good looks, and look at his physique. He totally doesn't look like a fucking barrel in a suit.
Yeah.
He probably hasn't seen his dick in 2 decades. Yeah.
Hey there, barrel ass.
She's got a fake smile from hell right there.
God damn right. Boy, she goes, I can't wait to get away from this motherfucker.
I know.
When's the heart attack due? It's due in 2 weeks, man.
Herman's asking, what's that in his mouth? It's a cigar. It's a church.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's got to be it's definitely not hair dye or anything going on there because his eyebrows match so
all
well.
Natural. All
look
natural.
Look at his gray ass eyebrows. Look at
He dyes his mustache to match the.
He's a real looker, ladies. He's single and ready to mingle.
Yep.
From what I understand, back in the day, like Lady Clairol and these hair dye companies. Now, this is back when women didn't really do anything down there. But they left it full bush. And it would you get the hair color, and with it inside was a small amount of the same hair dye, and it was labeled Snatch to Match. You believe that?
Perfect.
So the curtains match the drapes.
That's right. The carpet.
Yeah.
Carpet matches the drapes. Yeah, the curtain. If the curtains are matching the drapes, that's a problem. That's
I knew that was coming.
Refer to Trump's neck for more. Well, we just go there, don't we? God damn it.
Sometimes.
Anyway, here's how the banks fuck you.
The money then returned back to the
your
same
own
person
money,
as a loan, which the
and
alleged
also
borrower repays
charge you
when the
interest.
bank never came up with any of its own money to obtain the promissory note. Am I hearing this right? I give you the equivalent of $200,000. You return the funds back to me, and I have to repay you $200,000 plus interest. Do you think I'm stupid?
All the banks are doing this. Congress allows this.
Does Congress allow the banks to breach written agreements, use false and misleading advertising, act without written permission, authorization, and without the alleged borrower's knowledge to transfer actual cash value from the alleged borrower to the bank and then return it back as a loan?
But the borrower got a check in the house.
Is it true the actual cash value that was used to fund the bank loan check came directly from the borrower and that the bank received the funds from the alleged borrower for free?
This is true.
Is it the bank's policy to transfer actual cash value from the alleged borrower to the bank and then keep the funds as the bank's property, which they then loan out as bank loans as if they actually owned it and loaned their own money?
Yes.
Was it the bank's intent to receive actual cash value from the borrower and return the value of the funds back to the borrower as a loan?
Yes.
Do you believe that it was the borrower's intent to fund his own bank loan check?
I was not there at the time, and I cannot know what went through the borrower's mind.
So if a lender loaned a borrower $10,000 and the borrower refused to repay the money, do you believe the lender is damaged?
If a loan is not repaid, the lender is damaged.
So is it the bank policy to take actual cash value from the borrower, use it to fund the bank loan check, and never return the actual cash value to the borrower?
The bank returns the funds.
Was the actual cash value the bank received from the alleged borrower returned as a return of the money the bank took, or was it returned as a bank loan to the borrower?
As a loan.
So how did the bank get the borrower's money for free?
That's how it works.
Wow.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's how it works. All right. People should all be thrown in a well.
Well, he isn't real. You're muted, so.
I guess Trump's his toupee's been fucking up. So they got him a wig. He's been wearing a wig here recently. As his last appearance, I saw he was wearing a wig. I just thought I'd mention that. Watch his hair next time you see his ugly, stupid orange face on TV.
I've been intentionally kind of not paying much attention to it.
I know. I'm to the point where I start to hear his voice, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't even want to hear you.
It's all nonsense.
Here he is 18 years ago, though. Anyone who invades the Middle East under false pretenses should be impeached, he said. This was 18 years ago. What happened to you? Change your views on that there, Donnie boy?
Nancy Pelosi, the speaker?
Well, you know, when she first got in and was named speaker, I met her, and I'm very impressed by her. I think she's a very impressive person. I like her a lot. But I was surprised that she didn't do more in terms of Bush and going after Bush. It just seemed like she was going to really look to impeach Bush and get him out of office, which personally I think would have been a wonderful thing.
Impeaching him?
Absolutely, for the war. For the war.
Because of the conduct of the
Well, he
war.
lied. He got us into the war with lies. And I mean, look at the trouble Bill Clinton got into with something that was totally unimportant. And they tried to impeach him, which was nonsense. And yet Bush got us into this horrible war with lies, by lying, by saying they had weapons of mass destruction, by saying all sorts of things that turned out not to be true.
I want to talk to the Trump supporters for a minute. I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you like this guy.
Whatever he does, he accuses everyone else of doing. The man cannot tell the truth, but he combines it with being a narcissist. A narcissist at a level I don't think this country's ever seen.
And my concern is that he would grab up that power and really treat the country as sort of his little bully fiefdom.
Donald Trump is everything I taught my children not to do in kindergarten.
He's been exploiting working Americans for 40 years.
He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
He says he's for the little guy, but he's actually built a lot of his businesses on the backs of the little guy.
You know, Donald Trump the other day said that, it, quote, if he tells a soldier to commit a war crime, the soldier will just go do it.
God damn it.
And I don't think Donald Trump has even read the Constitution, knows what's in the Constitution.
A toxic mix of demagoguery and mean-spiritedness and nonsense.
I just cannot support Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a delusional narcissist and an orange-faced windbag.
Donald Trump is a con artist.
He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth.
I think he's a kook. I think he's crazy. I think he's unfit for office.
R.I.P. Ladybug.
Yeah.
They can say that because they knew the script and they knew eventually he would be in there. I mean, that's how it is. They all knew that what was coming and we don't. So they can act like they're playing the other side and then later on flip flop. It's the pot calling the kettle black basically with all these people, but they ain't no different than he is.
I was going to say, didn't Donald Trump do the same thing that Clinton did and then lied about a war in the Middle East? So he should be impeached right away.
You mean Bush?
Yeah, Bush. Yeah, sorry, Bush and Clinton.
Clinton didn't get us into Iraq.
No, but Clinton did it, the sex act in the White House supposedly.
Oh, he's just the only one that they fucking push out there like that. They're all a bunch of perverts in there. God damn it. Woodrow Wilson was even fucking his mistress in there. You know, you can go back through all these people. They all got
JFK.
Yeah, JFK had several side pieces.
Marilyn Monroe, right?
Yeah, him and his brother were both tapping Marilyn Monroe. She was an MK Ultra presidential model.
Sure.
Just like Jane Mansfield was. But she started to break cuckoo and they fucking killed her. They always put these women out there like that. Now they got somebody down there, they lure women in there and they got the Mar-a-Lago plastic surgery shit going on and they come out of there looking like Jigsaw.
They've told us the script for years. The problem is we didn't pay enough attention to it. And now we're starting. I shouldn't say we, but a lot of people didn't pay attention to it. And now they're starting to wake up to it. And it's like, you know, with the internet, you've got more access to figuring out, to making all these connections. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
And comparisons. Like, wait a minute. Didn't you like 6 months ago say such and such? Now you're saying this. How'd that change?
Right.
See, like what I was talking about earlier about Trump on this contractor. Listen to this.
Now, I'm not saying I was 100% thrilled with the contractor, but the contractor was rushing. We wanted to get it open for July 4th, and we got it done. Yeah, by the way, I didn't know the contractor. Everyone said the contractor. I didn't know the contractor. But when it was completed, it was perfect. I said, you know, Doug, I have a guy who's unbelievable at doing swimming pools. I'm going to send my contractor over and take a look. He looked at it. He called me up. He said, so we can do something on it. We have a color. It's called American Flag Blue. I said, that's the color I like. He talked me into it very easily. Now, I'm not saying.
What the fuck, man? Oh, I didn't know the contractor at all. And then the other, we've seen his picture, Donald. You know him. You know him. He's right out of the Dick Tracy comics too, man. It's like all you freaks are. All you freaks are like right out of a Dick Tracy cartoon, man. Sick.
Well, didn't he get an office with their money? Like, literally, the Jewish mob money. It's like,
well,
come on out with your hands up,
Ryan
right?
Adelson and those folks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
And that fucking Netanyahu bitch, you know.
Marion Adelson.
Bibi's wife.
Oh,
no, Bibi
sorry.
Netanyahu's wife, the one that looked like Miss Piggy. She's all the time coming in there wanting to take shit home with her and everything out of the White House and shit and asking, can she have this and can she have that? And she's just a greedy little fucking Jew is all, you know. Oh my God, that was so funny. It happened at the grocery store today. I had to go up there and get coffee. And there was this girl, she's lame in one of her legs and she's kind of limping through there. And I noticed her, you know. Anyway, I was checking out, and just as I'm walking up to the checkout, that chick, boy, she was the fastest I seen her move all day in the store. She fucking zoomed in front of me and picked up a dime that was on the floor. And then went on out the store and shit. And I was like, oh my God. And the girl, the one cashier was over talking to the one that was ringing me up. And they were like, just both like looking at each other and kind of laughing and shit. And the one girl, and I says, who is that? And one girl says, I don't know. And an older lady, she goes, yeah, she's from such and such, you know, it said her last name. And I'm just not going to say it, but it was her last name. It was, you know, I said, oh, that's a Jew. That explains everything right there. That's a Jew name.
It's Eileen.
And they started cracking up laughing, and you know, and then I turned around to them. There wasn't nobody else around. I says, you know why they have big noses, right? And they looked at me. I says, because air's free. They busted out laughing and shit. And I was like, yeah, everybody's starting to notice. Everybody knows.
She could have sucked it up with her nose. She didn't have to bend over.
Oh my God, I couldn't believe it, man. She's zoomed right in front of me, not more than a foot and a half from in front of me, man. Just whoom with that fucking cane and everything, get that dime off the floor. I was like, whoa, shit. You know?
I never pick up change. Even, you know, how people are with the heads up and all that now.
Yeah.
Never been one to do it myself.
Well,
now,
you know,
I was walking down
a lot of times I do, just because I'm looking for a date or some kind of a thing, you know. You'd be surprised.
Oh, yeah, wheat pennies and stuff.
Yeah, there was another somebody was talking about doing road picking up trash and shit, right? I had to do that for community service a while back, a long time ago, and that was cool. I found $100 bill. I was picking up shit, putting it in the garbage bag, and picked up this fucking McDonald's.
Well, I'd pick up $100 bill, that's for sure. But.
Yeah, it was stuck to it was like kind of wedged to the side of a throwed away McDonald's bag. Somebody had wadded it up, and there was $100 bill wadded up in it like that, and it was sticking out. And I went to pick up that McDonald's bag, and I saw that, and I was like, "That's money." I opened it up. It was a fucking $100 bill. Oh man, the guy that was they had walking along with me, he was pissed off. He says, "You should split that with me." I said, "Why?" You didn't find it. I found it. Yeah, but it didn't cost you nothing. I said, yeah, but I found it. You know that thing says finders keepers.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. Is that what they used to say?
Yeah, I bought a pair of pants at Goodwill one day just for the hell of it. And I was like, had a fucking, you know, and I was like, oh, wow, nice pair of pants. I picked them up. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll take them. We'll go to home. And I'm like, let me make sure there's nothing in the pocket. And yeah, it was $20 in like the change pocket, you know, the little short pocket.
Mm-hmm. The watch pocket, yeah.
Yeah, like the little small pocket that's in your, you know, you have the big pocket and then you have the small pocket on top. And yeah, it's $20 balled up in there. I was like, hey, thank you very much.
Dude, I used to work at the Goodwill back in the day, and somebody donated their like grandfather's like suits and stuff. There was $10,000 in one of those pockets one time. They ended up getting a hold of the people and giving it back to them, but it's like, holy shit, jackpot.
Yeah, I would have. I would say, hey, that suit you brought in, man.
Yeah.
There was $100 in the pocket.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there was a Starbucks I used to go to, and there's an ashtray outside of it, and I'm putting my cigarette out before I went in to get coffee, and there was a receipt with like $50 attached to it. I'm like, okay,
I've seen that.
Nice.
Yeah, emptying trash. When I emptied the trash, I'd always double check the trash. Somebody threw the wallet in it once, and I was like, you know, we got cameras all over the place, so I took the wallet out, and my boss came in the morning and called the cops. Cops come by and said, yeah, you know, guy come by. Oh my God, thank you for finding my wallet. I said, save just some friggin' time for having to redo all your credit cards. I mean, he had everything in that wallet.
I found your wallet. I didn't find the money inside.
Yeah, couldn't do that. I mean, you know, because I'm on camera, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I wouldn't have done it anyway, but it was one of those things where, I always check the trash because sometimes people got something in their hand and they go to they have something else and they go to drop it in and don't realize they did it, or they put something down and then walk away and completely forget they left something there,
I about dropped out $10 the other day. I got these one pair of shorts I wear in the pockets for some reason. They don't hold stuff really well. And I pulled my hand out from getting something like my keys or something, pulled it out real fast, and it dropped. And luckily I saw it. But
I did that too with my wallet. I had a $50 bill behind it. I pulled my wallet out, paid for something at a store, and I'm like, wait a minute, that $50 should be there.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. Went back to the store, and the guy behind the counter, Ahmed, like, dude, did you see $50 right here? He was the only person in the store, dude. Nobody there.
Yeah.
You go, no, I see nothing.
Yeah. That was my stupid mistake for not putting the money in the wallet. But yeah.
But then again, like 3 or 4 nights later, I'm walking down the street, and a $50 bill blew off the sidewalk onto my leg. Like, I'm not kidding. I'm dead serious. It freaked me out. Like, holy shit.
So you lost 50 and gained 50?
Yeah.
Or I should say got 50 back.
Yeah. Somebody was watching out for me. Yeah.
It found you.
Yep.
Man, some poor sucker lost that one too.
This was interesting because it came with a little reader's note. I'm going to read the reader's note because this is about, they said this air balloon just hit the firmament. But what they put on here, no evidence supports the existence of a firmament. Spacecraft routinely enter and exit Earth's atmosphere without encountering any dome. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. And until you can actually demonstrate using the scientific method that a specific volume of gases, like the Earth has, can exist without physical containment, you have nothing but a fantasy. Okay, that's just all there is to it. Well, we have a gradient. Yeah, you got to have the gases to be able to have the gradient, right?
That's right.
Well, gravity make gas fall and go boom. No, it doesn't. Show or cite any fucking scientific experiment that verifies that claim.
There's no magic.
You can do is say, but if you go up a hill, I don't give a fuck about going up a hill. Demonstrate. Prove that your gradient is caused by gravity. Just prove it.
It's not.
That's all you got to do. You can't even prove gravity exists. Cavendish doesn't prove attraction. It demonstrates movement.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Doesn't always work.
Not really. Sometimes it does some weird shit too. So you've seen them. They'll go other directions and around the corner. Woo.
Well, if you restrict the one free hanging object to a radial path and place an object in its path, it doesn't mean that it was attracted. It means that it moved. That's all.
Yeah.
Take away the other mass and see what it does.
It'll probably do the same thing.
It will. It will. Because it's not. If mass attracted mass, that would mean that mass is somehow getting energy from somewhere, a finite supply, I might add, and converting it to a force capable of moving mass. Because any force capable of moving mass requires energy. So where's mass obtaining this energy to convert into a gravitational force? It doesn't do that, man. It doesn't happen. That's a lie. And like I said to Toon a long time ago, and he thought it was quite hilarious, that it's nothing more than a fucking parlor trick. That's it. Doesn't prove anything. You have, okay, it moved. Now prove it. The movement was due to attraction. How did you measure that there was attraction? Where did you get that? How did you detect any force?
I remember the last debate you had with him on Jaron's channel. He pointed behind his picture, said, or your picture, said, "That's gravity right there, the black stuff."
Oh, that was FTFE.
That was Craig. Yeah,
that was dumbass Craig. They're all like the same. I mean, it's just like, like I get to go on with him on Facebook and his shit, and then I'm like, I don't even know which one of these idiots this is. You know, it's like, is this the one I was talking to about that? I have to go back and look. And it's like, because they're all the fucking same and they all have some kind of a stupid goddamn name that is, just go away from me. If you gotta hide behind that dumb shit, I already know you're a fucking government stooge. Just shut the fuck up.
Well, even when it comes to their rhetoric and their so-called science, he's ignorant to a lot of it. And Nathan demonstrated that on the last debate he did on with them on what was it? It was Worldwide Debates. I think he was over there. Yeah. So
him and Buck
literally did. Yeah, Buck Sodbuster.
Yeah, him and Buck. Buck said one thing and Toon said the other thing. Counter, and complete the opposites of the two of them. And Toon was pissed.
Oh yeah, he disappeared after that.
Yeah, sure did.
And that, he said he had a debate with Nathan Oakley and Angels of Light. He's robbing those off Discord servers. He just goes and records them and then he puts them on his channel. Like, oh, we got a debate tonight. No, he doesn't have a debate. He's stealing people's material out there.
Yeah, of course. That's what I've said, man. Without us, he has nothing.
Nothing.
He has nothing. And the best thing that could happen for him would be if he dropped through his asshole and hanged himself.
That's a hell of a drop.
You're gonna get a phone call, so.
Yeah. He threatened to tell me to decapitate myself.
Saab Heron said, I sure don't miss Jaren, but I'd love to hear Saab go doodly 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 doodly.
Oh, good God.
At this point, it should come as no surprise in the big 2025 that we're receiving videos like this now, where we're actually seeing people fly so high up into the sky where they see the firmament and the waters above. If you haven't heard about that, you just haven't been on the internet long enough, because this is like all that anyone's talking about. There's literally the sky. Do you know why it's blue? It's because it's water. And if you go so high up there, you'll pass through a barrier and then you'll go into space pretty much. And space is just another ocean that is sitting above all of us. And this was actually revealed to us a few years ago in a Hennessy commercial. I'll show it to you now just in case you forgot about it. And this blew everyone's mind when it first came out. They're putting the truth in plain sight. How many times do I have to say that? But it happens so often. They fly straight up and then they're in space, but oh wait, there's another barrier above it. This is what they don't show you in NASA's footage. They don't show you what is actually all the way up there. And there's another ocean, which was talked about in the Bible and all the ancient books, most of which were hidden under the Vatican archives, and we can't even read about them, so we don't even know most of human history. But they drip it out to us a little bit in our movies and TV shows, and rarely sometimes our commercials. So it's basically just showing us that there is a firmament all above us, but there is another place to travel to, such as beyond the ice wall.
I think there's a guy just making a lot of fucking claims.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
damn it, I hate that. If you're out there, listen, stick to what you can prove, right?
Yeah.
And always remember, you have the observation, they have the claim. Okay, it's that simple. We can measure the gravitational constant. Cool. You can time how fast things fall from different distances. Aren't you special? Prove that gravity was the cause of the observed effect.
Oh, there was a demonstration earlier, though, Soft. It was they took a container full of different balls, and they threw it up basically, and they let it go. Everything fall at its own rate, and none of it fell at the same rate. They were the same mass, same size, everything. Yeah.
Well, the whole thing falling or rising, or if you just want to use sinking and floating, those are appropriate as well, are dependent on the object's relationship to the fluid medium in which it's immersed. Okay, it's either going to match the density of the medium and remain neutral, or going either direction with the ratio, the medium will either displace the object, or the object will displace the medium. One of the two things will occur. Whichever has the most density will do the moving. It's that simple. There's nothing really you can demonstrate it with that little diving bell thing I've got. You know, I can take it right to a state of equilibrium, right in the middle, merely
we have
by
a term for it.
compressing or making the air that's in that little object denser, or letting it expand and become less dense per volume. See?
Oh, that's a good one. I debated Wesley over that, by the way, on Blastoise channel.
Why would is he still around? Is he still pumping his
he is.
Not in my space. I don't care about the guy.
I don't see him
No,
either.
I don't.
I can't believe anybody would actually debate him at all.
No, I did. He wanted to debate so bad, so
Be like trying to play basketball with a penguin, you know?
He's on Discord all the time. Tries to go on and do gotchas with Nathan.
That's why I don't hang out there.
His ass constantly.
Yeah.
Calls him a retard constantly, and it's it's pathetic.
Yeah, it is. So you ever watch that show? This Is Your Life. Imagine if you hear a voice like, "Really, Saab? Really?
Really, Saab? Really? Really? This is what you got? Really? I live in your heads. I live in your head, Saab."
Oh, man.
Oh, God help us.
I don't know. Roger likes it though. He likes to go over there and find.
I don't go on Discord, and I don't do it. No.
It's a shit show.
Fucking Discord. That's a shit show.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's like, look, man, it's at this point you got to pretty much figure there's no debate. There's no debate. You're fucking wrong. That's all. You know, I'm not even going to debate it with you. I don't even want to talk about fucking curvature. I want you to reconcile the fucking physical impossibilities with the fluid dynamics. Okay, that's what I want to see. Okay, I want to see you make liquid water in substantial volumes behave in the manner in which your globe earth belief dictates. I want to see that. You don't have it. It can't be done because that's not how it works, man. As far as the debate is concerned, there is no debate. You're just fucking wrong. You guys are wrong. They say
I had a few of them admit they have a belief.
Well, here's the thing. They always try to trap you into that reversal shit, see?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a Facebook post today I saw that somebody put in there and says, "What is your best flat earth proof?" And so I put in there that the earth is not a globe. Yep, right there. That's the best proof right there. Because you can yell working model all the fuck you want to, but it doesn't work until you get it to work. And unless you can solve these problems, and I'm sorry, man, if you're relying on the magic wizard spell of gravity, you got another thing coming, because that's never been proven. Isn't that why they brought Einstein in, right?
Yeah. In 1916, I think they superseded gravity with special relativity. So
Right. So
bending and warping of space-time.
Oh yeah, that makes all kinds of fucking sense. But the math, yeah. The Eddington observation. What? Shut
Do you
up.
see the fringe shift in the pattern?
I know. Oh, the fringe shift. So now light is affected by mass, or what the fuck? How does gravity work on light? Is the light falling on me here on Earth? Is that what's going on? These stupid sons of bitches try to act like I don't know, man. I don't know how they even got to be famous. I don't know how. Well, there was really a lot of physicists that said Einstein's full of goddamn shit, man. You know, but he had a good PR and he had government behind him, so
They were chosen.
Yep, chosen. He was chosen. He's a chosenite.
Chosenite.
Alberta Einstein.
Frozen. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I'm going to shut her down. I think this is going to call it an hour.
Yeah.
3 hours and 45 fucking minutes, man. So, Roger, thanks for coming up. D-Man hanging with us the whole night. Cubby hung with us the whole night. We had a few others. We had Snowman come up here. We had some weird drunk guy come up here. And that was fun. So, anyway, y'all remember.
Everybody.
Oh yeah, and don't forget, check out the links in the description, man. There's some really good books to look at from Tamara Cheville. Really inexpensive. I gotta get this place cleaned up so I can bring those books in here off the other bookshelf and put them in this bookshelf. And also, if you If you want to donate to support the show, the links are down there in the description
Yeah.
for that. Emails going right across here. Don't forget to subscribe to my
Send Vienna sausages.
Yes, send Vienna sausages. The barbecue kind. The barbecue kind. I've gotten accustomed to the barbecue kind because the plain kind, you know, it just doesn't compare. When you get your quality buttholes and lips mixed with barbecue sauce, then you've got a Vienna sausage. So that's
there you go.
That's what we're after. So anyway, don't forget, until next time, the Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of his ass, because he'll probably kill you or get you hooked on drugs, or one of the two, or both. And remember, it's always better to shit in the sink than it is to sink in the shit. We'll see you next time on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.